Turks are going to kick. They'll be defending the west goal, and the Falcons will be receiving to the east end of the stadium as we prepare ourselves to be underway. So again, action tonight here in the Emerald Sound Conference. Obviously, the hometown Turks playing South Whidbey, the Falcons. Big game tonight on the schedule is actually up at Granite Falls, where the undefeated Kings Knights are going to take on Granite Falls, who is also undefeated in league play, as they duke it out for first place tonight. So we'll try to pass on some scores. If we have somebody within the sound of our voice that could help us with that would be much appreciated. All right, the whistle blows, and we are just about ready to get underway. Homecoming 2021, and we're off. Short kick, bounced, caught after one bounce by the South Whidbey player over on the left side, breaks a couple of tackles, still on his feet, plowing forward, and he's going to be taken out of bounds just short of the 40-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Falcons. For those of you at home, the Falcons are in their road whites with the kind of dark blue pants, and Turks are in their dark home uniforms, dark jerseys with the corresponding dark pants. Turks coming into this game at 3 and 4, and South Whidbey coming in at 4 and 3, just slightly ahead of them in the standings right now. So should be a good game tonight. We're glad that you're with us here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. First play from scrimmage, back to pass, number 17, completion by the Falcons, and that's a nice gain right there. Number 17, that is Joshua Sturba. Joshua, 6'4", 165-pound junior wide receiver DB with the first catch of the night. Second and 2 from the 48. Shotgun formation. Back to pass quickly over a little screen. Number 15 makes the catch and drives forward for it looks like probably enough for a first down. The catch made by number 15, Lucas Taxoni. Lucas Taxoni, a 6'3", 200-pound junior. So definitely got some height on the receiving core here for the Falcons, as they are now 2 for 2 in their first 2 pass attempts of the evening.
So I'm working through some technical difficulties. I'll be back.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Brian will be back with us. All right. Again, shotgun formation. 1st and 10 for the Falcons, just inside the midfield stripe. And handoff across the left side. Number 20, that is Eric Haugen, 5'10", 175-pound senior, plunging forward for a short gain. It's going to bring up about 2nd and 9 for the Falcons. We want to thank all of you for taking some time and joining us here on TurkPride.tv on this evening. We do appreciate you spending some time with us. Hit that like and subscribe button to continue enjoying the great programming we're bringing you here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Shotgun formation, low snap handled by the quarterback. Little jump pass caught over in the flat by number 42, hit and drives forward. And that is Cole Shutter, I guess it is. And I do apologize in advance to any of our South Whidbey fans if I inadvertently mispronounce one of your players' names. It is by no means on purpose. 10.5 minutes remaining in the first. So South Whidbey has had a pretty brisk offensive set here as they're moving fairly quickly. They're led by quarterback number 3. That's Ryan Morgan. He's a 5'10", 175-pound senior. And he's going to go up under center this time. One single setback, number 20. That is Eric Haugen again in the backfield. And dropping back under pressure, throws, and incomplete. Brian,
how you doing?
You're back.
Well, we've just.
Were you over at the concession stand, or what were you doing?
I tell you. Tell your family, tell your friends that we've started a separate stream, and it's a little bit harder to find. I haven't figured out how to delete the old one yet, so. All right.
Well, you get a twofer, you get double.
Oh. Well.
You mean people have to put up with us twice in the same night? That's cruel and unusual punishment, right there.
Well, I take the blame on this.
I'll give you the blame.
I clicked something I wasn't supposed to, and we had a 360 view going and had to just stop and start over.
Hand off on the left side.
We fully apologize to everybody out there that.
Oh, well, we're kind of, like I said, had a few technical challenges tonight, but we're going to make it through. So we appreciate you spending time here with us and patience, and I hope you do enjoy our broadcast. So it's 3rd and 7, about 9.5 minutes remaining in the first. Again, number 3, Ryan Morgan, the quarterback, gets the signal from the sideline, trots back to the huddle, calls the play, and the Falcons come up to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Shotgun formation. So far, they've done a good job in moving the ball. It's been a pretty brisk offensive series that the Falcons have had. Snap, dropping back, scramble.
Nice pressure put on by the monster over there. The monster, number 75. That is none other than Captain Taden Webster, 6'2", 216-pound senior for the Turks. Well, hey, you missed out on all the fun I had on Tuesday night.
What happened Tuesday night?
I got to call a middle school football game.
Middle school? Wow,
Yeah,
we're expanding the reach of TurkPride.tv down to the middle school ranks now.
Absolutely. The middle schoolers took on Kings. It was a fantastic ball games with the Turks, with the Skyhawks coming out on top 49-45.
Wow, that is an exciting game.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot of defense.
No, not really. Sounds like the first game we had against Evergreen. Shotgun formation. Pass is high, intended for number 17. Joshua Sturba, incomplete.
Well, a nice defense put in by the Turks over there. That was none other than number 23 over there on defense on that. Keegan Arnold is over there on defense, a 5'5", 133-pound sophomore. Hopefully coached. McDickett's talking to him about wrestling, 133 pounds. He could be a 125-pounder with a little work.
You know, you're always scouting for the wrestlers. I know you. You know?
And hey, just so you know, the Falcons play Granite Falls next week. And both the Falcons and the Turks have a chance to play a little bit of spoiler coming up. Oh, there he goes.
On his feet. Derek
Feltner.
Running hard there.
Getting the hard yards.
Yes,
doing his best Caden hard yards from last year impersonation on that.
Very good, yes. Nice tough run there by Feltner to get things going for the Turks. So Turks kind of bend but don't break on that first series. Falcons kind of came out, showed some ability to move the ball, but the Turks defense stiffened, and they got the ball back.
Well, and I was able to painfully watch the stream last week. But the Turks did come out on top last.
Yes, they did.
There he goes.
Oh, he breaks out in the open. Feltner's on the loose. He's going to make it all the way to the house.
To 10.
Touchdown,
Turks.
Feltner breaks free and rambles 46 yards for the score. 66 yards for the score. So a big run there for Mr. Feltner as he breaks things open for the Turks. They jump out now to a 6-0 lead.
All righty. Tell your families, tell your friends.
Point after 10. Oh, hit the upright. Wow. He couldn't do that if he tried 100 times in a row.
I thought that might have been blocked a little bit. But, you know, it didn't have a whole – something happened when it left. But
hey, 6 points. We're up 6-0 early on, and you got to like that. So, again, we should have a good game here tonight. We're looking forward to this. Turks showing some offensive power here in their first drive of the evening.
I'm looking through. I'm looking through. Now, I did get to see a glimpse of the South Woodby JV team here a couple weeks ago. And they threw the ball very well. I mean, it was a very, very good game. So they got some athletes. If these guys were playing JV, their varsity players must be really, really, really good.
Yeah, they've shown so far just in their first drive, they've shown me that they really are kind of a pass-first offense. Pass and the run sets up the pass basically.
Well, which is when you think Air Force, you would think that they throw, but the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs,
yes,
they are known for their triple option.
Yes, they are, which is kind of
I love the
ironic.
I love the triple option. Just so you know.
Okay.
So, just get that out of the way.
Is that what you ran back at Polk High? when you scored your 4 touchdowns?
Yeah, well, I wish I'd scored 4 touchdowns in high school. There's a reason I'm up in the booth.
Yeah,
Those guys are
you and
down
me
there.
both, yeah. All right, kickoff, and it is right about the same spot as last time. Caught on the fly, handed off reverse, dropped by number 17, scramble for the ball.
Turks might have gotten on that. Nope, they did not.
Just not quite. They were trying to reverse. Whitby was trying to reverse and kind of had a mishandling there of the ball. But they do retain possession, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Falcons from the 25-yard line.
Well, a couple of things I saw in that first drive. Of course, I missed the first couple of plays while we were...
when you were over at the concession stand?
No, when I was over there trying to figure out why we were in 360 view. And
you were providing technical assistance.
Yeah, I was, and that's why we're really on the bottom of the barrel if I'm providing technical assistance.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Shotgun formation for Morgan. Man in motion is number 17, Sturba. And pass out in the flat to number 15. That's Lucas Tassoni.
Okay, first off, we got laundry on the floor, but I want to give a shout out to the young man. They're playing corner over there, number 15 over there. That was that is Caden Keeler with the playing a little
number 15. That's right.
He was out.
Young Mr. Keeler.
So with the start tonight on defense, him and Hunter Tradlin are out there with the start tonight for the Turks, and he got a big run. He got a big run last week. The varsity, both of these gentlemen got a big run last week. Hunter Tradlin was our TurkPride.tv player of the game for the last JV game that I did. And Caden got a big. He went out there in the second half, and he just looked fantastic as safety.
That's awesome.
So. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised to see these young freshmen and sophomores up here getting some run here later on in the season.
Something funny?
No, just an announcement that
yes,
they're going to wave that. They're going to wave the flag off.
All right, and they're going to reset, so it will be a 2nd and about 2. Second about 2.5, maybe 3 yards for the Falcons.
Well, we just had a little controversy last week where that the other school we went to did not allow us to travel any of our fans to the game. They went anyways and then put out recliners and chairs outside the fence and cowbells and all of that good stuff.
I see.
Yeah, it was. But the Turks did come out with a victory, and I got to watch the stream and
hand off. Tackled nicely
85 in there on that. Hayden Murphy.
Yeah, Hayden Murphy just put a hurting on him.
Yeah, we're up to 42 viewers up there. Welcome everybody. We want to welcome all of our friends from South Whitby that are here watching, and hey, they provided us with a recent roster,
a nice roster.
Yeah,
exactly. We appreciate that.
It's done in number order and with the heights and the weights. You guys are
We
awesome.
want our thanks out to the staff there at South Whitby, to their athletic director, Paul Largenstedt, I believe. Probably.
There he goes.
Tough run there, number 42.
Yeah, it's good for a first down, but Caden Keeler and
Cole Schetter, I believe is how he pronounces his name. Nice run there for the Falcons.
Oh, let me see now. Who was that masked man? That was number
42, Mr. Schetter, I believe is how you pronounce it.
Schetter.
Yeah, I think the T is silent.
I bet you. Maybe it's Cole T. Schetter.
It might be Cole T. Schetter. But
you know what?
Schetter.
We're just going to call him Cole for the rest.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless that's a misprint. If somebody out there listening can help us with that pronunciation, that would be great. If you could spell it out phonetically for me in the chat, that would be great. If not, we will continue to probably mispronounce his name.
And that's Mr. Schetter again, number 42 on the run. Short gain for the Falcons. Gain of 1 brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line. Shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers to the left. Single setback. Over the top, down the middle. And that's overthrown. Not sure if I just got hung up a little bit or if there was a miscommunication.
Yeah, it was overthrown. But if it would have been a little more underthrown, we might have had an offensive PI on that. But refs decided to let that play. Cheddar. It's Cheddar. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So we've got Carolee Murphy. Oh, hello, Carolee Murphy. Go, Hayden.
Cheddar.
Yes.
Okay, so the T and the S are silent then.
Yes. Yes.
T-S-C-H-E-T-T.
Cheddar. We got it. All right. Thank you so much, Leilani McClure, for piping in on that. It's going to go around the end.
Off to number 20.
He gets around it.
Breaks the tackle. Number 20, Eric Haugen on a nice run there over the left side for a first down for the Falcons.
'41 on the broadcast right now.
Your fans have turned out. Brian.
Yeah, well,
your fans have turned out to hear the dulcet tones.
Oh, anybody from the Bryan bunch out there tonight? I haven't seen any of the regular names.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Falcons from the Turks 45. Morgan under center. Snapped, handoff at the middle, and stopped immediately. That didn't fool anybody.
He didn't get any cheddar on that.
No gain there. Read nicely by the interior line of the Turks for no gain, maybe even a loss of about a half a yard on that play.
Mr. Cheddar, I tell you, he is a 6'1", 190-pound junior. Oh my goodness, he's a load. That's a load.
That is a load.
Yeah,
6'1", 190 pounds. The running back that at the high school level at this classification, that's a good sized kid.
Look at that little mix match we have on the right cornerback position.
Pitch, and that's number 20, Haugen.
Oh, nice, Hunter Treadliner.
Read nicely there by the Turks after.
Nice job following up on that.
But enough for a first down for the Falcons.
No, it's a third down, buddy.
I'm sorry. My mistake. He's kind of in a blind spot here. Right? We're from our palatial studios, I kind of got a little blind spot, right?
We are just
where we're
really
right
lucky to have our palatial studios.
We are.
And just, when we have some downtime, we'll talk about some of the fun things that have been going on here in the last couple weeks.
Handoff. Number 20.
Up, and
that's Haugen. Haugen's on the loose. Still dragging defenders.
He might have gotten in on that.
And he's just shy of the end zone. So a nice run there by Haugen as he's dragging defenders on his back, and with a big gain for the Falcons. So they are knock at the door. And boy, quickly up to the line of scrimmage. No huddle offense. Handoff up the middle, and that is Mr. Cheddar. Touchdown, Falcons. All right, so 6-6, Brian. We got a good game going on here. This is going to be a very competitive game tonight.
Oh yeah.
You can just tell. I like, as I said, I like to look at prior, common opponents, and both of these teams have struggled against kind of the same teams and won against the same teams, and so that led me to believe that they've got a couple evenly matched squads.
Well,
and that's
usually the thing that makes a difference in these kind of games is everybody healthy.
Yeah,
and
especially this time of the year, injuries are starting to wear on some teams. So.
Oh, he dropped it. And no good on the extra point try there.
All right, so it's 6-6. We're knotted at 6.
We're at 45 now. We've got a comment in here from Carolee Murphy. Go Hayden. Turk audiovisual is much better than the other schools. I got to watch the stream last week for the Turks, and it was in standard definition.
So this is Cedar Park that they played last week.
Yeah, I'll let you. And there was no commentators. There was no.
It was just a video
one
feed.
Camera, one standard definition camera. And you know what? I guess I'm glad I got to watch the game. And but I look at we've got our high definition cameras here, and we've got video producers. They're wearing headsets, and they're switching behind the videos as much as they can. We're trying to teach these kids how to be cameramen and how to do a good job, and we've had to work on it. I mean, every year for TurkPride.tv is a little improvements every single year. This year we actually have a camera only on the scoreboard, and the banners going underneath. So every year is an improvement. I do know that last week in the wee early hours of the morning, our TurkPride.tv tower was broken into, and cameras and computers were stolen. So we're working on backup equipment, and hopefully, thank goodness we had enough spares and enough, and an understanding administration that we were able to get the replacements that we needed to continue to do this great service.
Yeah, we're just, again, this is a student, always has been intended to be a student-driven project, and we're glad to say that our producers, our camera people, and so forth are all students here tonight doing this work, and they're doing a great job, and we appreciate an opportunity to sit here and kind of talk about football while they get a chance to get some real-world opportunities here.
That ball is on the ground.
Kick, and it was loose.
I think they may have got. Well, let's see what we got.
It bounced.
Here.
I don't know. It was hard to tell right there at the last.
Did not expect that, but the Turks are going to come up with the ball.
Turks
now
at the middle school field position.
At the middle school game, everything was an onside kick. Was like I don't think I saw more than 4 deep kicks.
So it was adventures in kicking the whole night.
There was no punting.
There was no punting. Everybody goes on 4th down.
Everybody was going for it on 4th down, but the Skyhawks actually had a kicker that could kick the extra points. And in middle school, when you kick the extra point, it's worth 2 points.
And it's harder than running it.
Right. So that was quite fun to see.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Turks. Sargent hands off.
There he goes
again. Feldner's on his feet. Oh, my gosh.
He's got Cheddar behind him. And Cheddar's going to run him down at the 3-yard line.
I think Feldner thought he had it, and Cheddar, boy, really gained on him quickly.
Wow.
Nice.
I tell you, what a hustle play by Mr. Cheddar.
Yeah, really. He could have easily just given up on that, and Feltner could have waltzed into the end zone, but he did tackle him just short. It's at about the 3-yard line, 4-yard line. First and goal.
Wow.
First and goal. So, but man, a big run by Feltner. That's 2 now in 2 successive drives.
Did you see the size of the hole the Turks put out in front of him on that?
You just really can. That makes it easy when a running back gets holes opened up for them that size. And
somebody else is going to have to
2-point conversion is no good. So
they didn't score. They didn't score on that play.
I'm sorry, my mistake. I'm getting ahead of myself here, Brian. Sorry.
You just automatically
I'm
think
concentrating on too many things simultaneously. Sorry. Yes.
But,
stopped short of the goal line. Let's say it that way, right?
Well, and I would look for something. I would use Mr. Feltner as a decoy on this play, and last week, if you watch, you can see that Hayden Murphy's in the backfield now. Oh, but he blocks for him instead. Oh, goodness gracious! Just give a couple of yards on that. 3rd and goal from the 2 coming up. It looks like.
Feltner. Let's remember, he's only a sophomore. If I'm reading my roster correctly, he is a sophomore.
He is a sophomore.
That's just amazing to think in 2 more years what he's going to be like.
And so is Hayden. Murphy. And Hayden Murphy had a well of a game last week.
Yep. Yeah, so that's exciting. Turks definitely have a couple of great players to look forward to for the next couple of years as they build this squad. Pretty young squad, like I said, as I'm looking at this. I see 9th graders, I see 10th graders, quite a few. In addition to the upperclassmen. Hand off to Feltner, right side. Still on his feet, but stopped. Ooh.
He's going to be really close.
Boy.
So it's going to be 4th down coming up. Now the Turks have a weapon that most high schools. They have a kicker that can hit from there.
Yeah.
Obviously he missed but I'm on the 3-yard line. I'm going for it.
I think at this point, I think you do. I think that they've shown an ability to move the ball. Now, again, it gets tougher. It gets tougher when you get down in a short field like this, and it gets really compacted. So, 4th and goal from the 3.
Where is Mr. Murphy lined up at? I don't see where Mr.
Feltner's
Murphy.
in the backfield. Shotgun formation for Sargent. There's Feltner. He's got the ball. And they dropped him short. They dropped him short, and they're going to turn over on down. Wow.
Yeah, they dropped him at the 6-inch line.
Yeah, just ever so close, but it's going to be 1st down for the Falcons. So good for them. They put up a tough stand there after giving up that long run to Feltner. The defense stiffens, and they're able to keep the Turks out of the end zone, and the score remains 6-6.
Defense comes out. Now, so now we've got number 23 over there for the Turks is on the left side. That's
Keegan
Arnold, and Feltner's playing the right cornerback. They're going to hand that ball to Cheddar.
Cheddar breaks around the right side.
Stood him up.
Both of them.
Caden Keeler and Cheddar. I tell you what, that
was a collision right there.
That's a battle we're going to see throughout this game. That is a freshman, everybody.
Yeah, boy, he didn't show any. I mean, he had a big back coming at him, and he didn't show any fear and took him head on.
Caden came to play, I'll tell you. It's his first varsity start, and he's earned it too, by the way. Cheddar. No, that's not Cheddar.
Haugen. Fumble.
The ball's on the ground. The Turks may have it.
Well, we got a flag also too, so we're gonna have to see what that's about. It could be, but yes, it is a fumble and a recovery apparently by the Turks. Let's see what this penalty flag is. My guess is it's probably maybe
illegal block in the back. Turk football.
Turks get the ball back. All right, so they get another shot, Brian, deep in the red zone here for the Falcons.
We got 51 people out there. Don Smith, you are so welcome. Our wives like to get us out of the house, and so.
Oh boy, is that true?
And
they're wondering if we could broadcast every night. Is there something they could every night? Those guys could
I would if I could.
I know you would.
I would if I could.
Well, Brian, we're not all making the big bucks doing this like you are.
Yeah, 0 times 0 is still 0. If you're on the broadcast, give us a comment. Tell us where you're from and who you are. Tradlander is going to go around the other side.
Ooh!
The ball
pops loose.
Ball comes out, but he may be down. Let's see what happens.
What's the signal?
It's a signal for the Falcons. They got the ball back.
Right back, boy. There's some hard hitting going on out there, Brian. That ball's popping loose, and it's not because of poor handling. It's hard hitting. Both teams are hitting really hard right
now. Both teams are very pumped up.
Yeah, they're revved up tonight.
Of course, I'm going to try not to say this incorrectly. It's HOCO, homecoming.
Oh.
That's what I guess that's a new thing.
And it does. Homecoming has a special feel to it. It does get you a little more amped up maybe than a normal game would be. And
I'm worried about a couple of those matchups out there for these guys.
Out to the right, pass caught.
But
number 17, that's Sturba with the completion.
Number 21, Yvonne Rodriguez is right there for to take him down.
Well, I tell you, Sturba gives you a big target, Brian. It's 6'4", 165-pound wide receiver. I mean, that gives you a big target to throw to.
Well, it's just, and I see them taking a shot deep here very soon. Yeah, I see the Falcons taking a shot deep. But we'll probably see a run here, get the first down, make that stand up.
Second short flag.
Flag's down.
Haugen around the left side, still on his feet, and hit and knocked out of bounds. That was going to be at the 45-yard line, but I think that one's going to come back, Brian.
I think that was a procedure penalty.
Yeah, it was thrown in a position that it's against the offense. We'll wait to see, but I have a feeling that one's going to be for naught. So a good effort there by Mr. Haugen that's probably not going to help the cause.
Well, we're not doing a very good job of turning the play in.
No. Both teams have been able to rip off some pretty big chunks of yardage here so far. So the defenses have definitely not had the day so far tonight. But again, relatively low-scoring game, even with all that offense, still sitting at 6-6, getting very close to the conclusion here of the first quarter.
So call that a procedure penalty. That's the only thing I didn't get to see what he called. So I know I'm supposed to see that stuff, but
you are.
I'm doing a really bad job at my commentary tonight. Sorry about that.
All right. 2nd and 7 from the 24. Man in motion. Handoff up the middle. Is that Cheddar?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think that's Cheddar, number 42.
He was met by a mountain of Turks as he comes around the left side there. He got a couple just because of forward progress on that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, third and Third and five. Third and a long 5. They're probably going to pass here, but Haugen goes around.
And Haugen breaks loose, gets a nice run.
Yeah.
Brian, with Haugen and Cheddar, I mean, they do have a good 1-2 combination there in the backfield for the Falcons, and they've been using them both pretty effectively and kind of balancing the load out between those two running backs. End of 1, and the score tied at 6-6. So, Brian, thoughts about the first quarter? Oh, Brian's on a little technical break here for just a second. Do apologize. So, yeah, we're going to try to check on some of the other scores here. Again, games going on in the Emerald Sound Conference tonight. The big one on the schedule, on the scorecard, is up at Granite Falls, where the Tigers are taking on the undefeated Tigers 2-0, taking on the undefeated Kings Knights at 2-0 for first place in the Emerald Sound Conference. In addition to our game here, obviously, tonight between South Whidbey and Sultan. And then the other game is going to be Cedar Park. Cedar Park is playing the site tonight against Clajoya, I believe. So, anyway, we're going to change ends. We're going to reset the clock to 12, and we'll be back with you in just a moment. All right, we are back to action, changing ends. 6-6, 1st and 10 at the 38 for the Falcons. Handoff, that's Cheddar, I believe, on the right side of the right tackle for a short gain. Brian, checking the Max Prep scoreboard, the big game tonight and the schedule is up at Granite Falls, where the Tigers are taking on the Kings Knights. Currently, Kings is leading Granite Falls 7-0 in the second quarter.
Haugen around the corner on that.
Third and 6.
Well, 3rd and 2, actually.
Oh, did they not I'm sorry, 3rd and 2. Yeah, they didn't update.
Yeah,
the scoreboard is incorrect. Yeah. I apologize.
Wow, you're just not on your game tonight.
A lot of this is happening right in this post here in our palatial studios. Is right in my in my face here. I can't see around this post very well.
Human error.
And I was relying on our scoreboard, which I can see, and now they've updated it to being 3rd and 2.
That's a timeout already by the Turks here.
It is.
So the Turks did not come out with any points on that. I would have gone for it too, just so you know. Went down there.
Really?
Yeah, I even though they didn't get the points on that, it's early and the Turks,
So you're not going to criticize the decision?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Absolutely. Right. I thought it was the right play.
Now, just because that's what you do in Madden when you're playing video games doesn't mean it's the same, as in real life, right?
Oh, I played the Seahawks today, and it did not go well because I was using the current roster. And
Geno Smith.
Yeah.
You had Geno, or you were the Seahawks. You played Seahawks.
Oh, goodness, great!
Cheddar on his
he's
feet,
going to be. He's going to gab the first down on
second
that.
effort. Nice play by that young man.
So
you were the Seahawks, or you played against
the Seahawks,
and you put Geno Smith in as your QB? Or?
Yeah, I had to play him, and so
now did you see a former Husky has joined the roster for Seattle? Mr. Jacob Eason.
I figured they might pick him up. I don't see him seeing the field.
I don't either, but I think it's a good feel-good story to get him back here in the Northwest.
Yeah, we're gonna run it to the right here.
Roll out to the right. Stop. Little jump pass caught by Sturba, number 17.
Yeah, and of course, none other than Caden Keeler's right there. So no yards after the catch. We just that rollout for them is working real well tonight.
2nd and 2 for the Falcons from the Turks 42-yard line. Shotgun formation.
All right, guys.
Cheddar in motion, comes over and throws across the middle. That's Disturba, caught.
That's the same play. Almost the same play they just ran. So, guys, I'm going to have to. I'm losing some power on my battery. I'm going to save it for the next quarter coming up. We do have people that are monitoring the chat room, and hopefully I can get back to you. But I'm losing my power on my battery, so I got to go.
You got to charge that battery up, Brian.
Yeah, I thought it was 100% when I left, but it wasn't.
All right. 1st and 10 for the Falcons.
Now, let's see, on the receiving end of that was number 17.
That's Sturba, yeah.
Sturba.
Joshua
Yes.
Sturba.
Wow.
He's had a great game so far. Run up the middle. Wow, is that Cheddar?
Yeah.
Man, he runs hard. That kid runs really hard. He's just a tank. Nice run by that young man, number 42. That's Cole Cheddar is his name. So both these teams just keep duking it out here, Brian. Back and forth, you know. It's been an entertaining game thus far. Knotted 6 apiece here, about almost halfway, or about 9 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Pitch to Haugen. Number 20 breaks the tackle over the right side and goes forward for the first down for the Falcons. So South Whitby, nice drive. They're just churning yardage.
Well, South Whitby came out throwing, and now they've got a good mix of run and pass coming.
Hurry up offense for the Falcons. No huddle. And we've got a flag.
It's going to be a procedure penalty. There's a flag on the play.
We do want to recognize South Whitby brought some fans with them tonight too, Brian. I see on the stands right over here we got a nice little contingent supporting the Falcons.
I feel so bad. They live out on the island, and all their ferries, half their ferries are canceled.
I know it's tough time to live on the island.
Wow,
right now.
I mean, I'd be like, wow, that just bites.
Yeah,
it's such a beautiful place out there. I mean,
it really is.
Really, you've got the beaches in the middle of the island. It's such a beautiful place, and
it's very pretty. But you got to get. I guess that's just what you have to get used to. But now that the ferry system is even more of a challenge. Handoff.
Oh, that was against the Turks on that, by the way. That was offsides against the Turks on that previous play.
So we got busy talking about beautiful Whidbey Island there, and we lost track of what was going on.
Quarterback is Ryan Morgan, a 5'10", 175-pound senior. Well, they had a chance.
All right, 1st and...
Now that's going to be a procedure penalty.
We've had a lot of yellow hankies out there tonight, Brian. Now, so far there's been quite a few penalties.
Well, you remember when we used to, watch the Seahawks, and every time they did something good, you had to look to see what the flag was. It's just like... You always knew, okay, they did something good here. Where's the flag? Okay, no flag. All right, we can celebrate now.
Yeah. There hasn't been a lot of celebrating in Seahawks land this year, Brian.
We're not talking about that. And don't talk to me about the Husky
and the
game
Huskies.
tonight. No, don't. No. No, right now
tough.
we're just rooting for the Turks.
And nobody else.
We're enjoying our friends from South Whitby that are here.
Nice hit there on Haugen.
Now number 52 of the Turks in there.
Turks just come in and put a stop on that one.
52, that is none other than Hunter Swanson in there. I'm sure he was with Chaz Bush somewhere running around out there. That was quite an amazing play on that. Oh, Chaz Bush is linebacker right now. So they've switched up the lineup a little bit.
They have.
They've got some different younger players out there playing in stronger different positions, and they've moved their players around a little bit. He's going to throw.
Rip, rolls to the right. Under pressure, scrambles.
The monster's
retreating,
after him.
and he's going to decide to run it now. Still on his feet. Well, he ran a long ways for a relatively short gain.
I'm surprised I didn't see any hankies on the ground at the end of that. But boy, he sure scrambled well.
He did. He retreated, and then he decided, well, I'm going to run around the end. He got around the edge and then decided he would just keep it and run forward.
He had Taden Webster after him, and I'm sure he heard footsteps.
Oh, yeah. He was in hot pursuit.
That is a load to take. He is a load to take. If he takes you down, you feel it. That's why we call him the monster.
That's right. Second and 23.
There must have been. There was a flag on the play. Illegal block in the back brings him back by a good 10 yards.
I think that was they were trying to protect the quarterback as he was turning around the corner there. I think is when that happened. When those plays get strung out like that, that's when you can get those kind of penalties called.
I think that was a chintzy call. Did I say that? I didn't say that, did I? Hashtag Turks first. Ball was on the ground, but he's going to throw it anyway.
Caught by number 15, still on his feet.
Caden tried to get him out right there at the end of the play. Wow. I don't remember
Nice effort there.
He was there. He just needed to wrap him up a little better when he was there. He just needed to wrap him up and not let him get out. Or we could have had a Cam Chancellor hit out of bounds, But
yeah.
That was a nice I want to give Mr. Morgan, the quarterback for the Falcons, credit. I mean, the ball hit the ground and he picked it up. He kept his composure and he drew back. So
he did.
Now we got to get a timeout here. Yeah.
Timeout would be with just one click over 6 minutes, so we're just right at the halfway point of the second quarter. With the score
it's
still
already halfway point
6-6.
of the second quarter.
It is. So yeah, Brian, I was talking about that, or we mentioned that it's been kind of a tough year for Washington football teams. Seahawks,
not for Eastern
Huskies.
Washington. Not for Eastern Washington.
Well, and then of course at Wazoo they lost about half of their coaching staff, this week. So it's been an interesting year.
Wow. I would just like wow. I have my feelings and my but I ain't going to talk about it on the air. I tell you, too much.
Yeah.
And I've never been one to shy away from political discourse, but he had a lot of kids that were relying on him.
Yeah, again, that's just it's an odd situation. Just how he handled that was just really odd. But anyway, it's come to pass. It'll be interesting to see how the Cougars, who are really in contention. I mean, as far as
the Cougars play the Cougars.
Yeah, they're in contention.
The Cougars, and that Cougar team. That BYU Cougar team is a good team.
They are. They're playing the Cougars, and the WSU Cougars are actually in a good place to get it into the postseason. Throw, and that Sturba reaches up. We got a penalty flag, though.
It might be off. I think it's going to be.
It's going to be.
I think it's offensive pass interference.
An interference call of some sort. It's going to go one way or the other, but it could be in Sturba pushing off.
Well, he was wide open.
Everybody's talking about it.
So what do we got going here? Let's see what he's got. We'll listen to what Matt says here, our PA announcer. So he'll see it.
Since it happens to be on the opposite side of the field from where we are located.
They're talking about it. It looks like they think it's going to be a touchdown.
We're just trying to determine, is it pass interference on the offense or the defense? If it's on the defense, they're going to decline.
Oh, they're going to just decline it. It was pass interference on the defense. So,
okay, so it is a touchdown. Decline the penalty, and the touchdown completion is good to Sturba. Nice catch by that young man. And South Whitby takes the lead momentarily now, 12-6. If my math is correct, now they have not updated the scoreboard yet, though.
Well,
so it was a touchdown? That's what I heard our PA announcer say.
I think they declined it, and I think it was a touchdown. So We're lining up to kick the extra point. Well, maybe not.
Well,
So
I'm not sure they have updated the scoreboard now. So yes, it was a touchdown. So they must be lining up for a 2-point extra point attempt, I guess is what they're. Just a little bit of confusion. We've got the lead official over there talking to Coach Rudd right now to kind of explain things. But it must have been a defensive pass interference, which was declined by South Whidbey. The catch was good in the end zone by Sturba for the touchdown.
yeah,
The 6
and
points.
and if he hadn't have caught it, they would have had the ball at the 1 yard line.
Right.
With a first down.
All right. And the official has
Okay.
returned to the field, and so we'll.
So, thinking ahead now that the Turks have established that they can run, and that they've got a star running back that
Yeah,
they're going to key on.
Have the Turks thrown a pass yet?
No,
tonight?
they have. No, they haven't.
No, they haven't. I didn't
Well,
think
they haven't had the ball.
They
They
haven't.
had the ball for 2 plays.
Yeah,
and then they had a ball for
they've either scored or they
one
fumbled,
play,
or they
3 or 4 plays.
Yeah.
And then they didn't get there, and then they had the ball for one more play.
Yeah,
so,
their offensive time of possession is very lopsided. We don't have that statistic, but you're right. South Whidbey has had the lion's share of the time with
I
the
don't
football.
know why are they lining up way?
Now we've moved back like 15 yards.
Are we going to kick the extra point from there, or is it's an unsportsmanlike? In order to get where they're at, I mean, the ball is
Okay,
at the.
let's.
The ball is at the. There must have been an unsportsmanlike penalty against the Falcons after the touchdown when the ball was dead.
Yes,
That's the only way it can be back where it is.
Yes, you're correct, Brian. It was a defensive pass interference, which was declined, and then there was an unsportsmanlike conduct, which was attached.
And
moved them back.
normally you would think that those penalties would offset, but not because it was a dead ball foul after the play happened.
Correct.
So the play stands, and then they have to try to get their
Assess the penalty
on the extra point. Right.
Now it makes it a
You
really
should be
interesting play.
But you should be able to say, hey, I want to enforce this on the kickoff, not on the extra point.
Yeah, that seems odd that they would enforce it here.
And so they're talking to the captain, and for me, I'd say, you know what? All right.
And I think you're right, Brian. Now they're moving the ball back too. On the kickoff, yep.
Okay.
So you are correct. So they will assess the penalty on the kickoff, not the extra point. I've never seen them move them back for an extra point before.
Well, the ball is still set up at the
9-yard line, 8-yard line.
Well, it needs to be a little bit. It needs to be a little further back, gentlemen.
There we go. There we go. Now he's walking it back to where we typically would see it. There you go. That's about a 3.
And that means now that they'll be kicking off from the 20.
Yes.
And that gives you, even if they get the extra point here, which, I'm hoping they don't. But if I was them, I'd be sending my kicker out right now.
Yeah.
I
don't know. Again, we haven't had an opportunity to see what their kicking situation is like, and but I think thus far they've shown an ability to run the ball. So I would look for them to probably try to run the ball here and run it in for 2 with either Cheddar or Haugen.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, if I had that much cheddar on my team, I'd be running the ball up the middle all day.
Well, this has been the longest discussion as far as a penalty I've seen in a long time. Oh, now they're moving it back again. Now we've been up, back, and now back up about halfway again. So now we're at about the 10-yard line?
Okay. I don't get it.
This one is a little perplexing.
It's just like Adventures in Punting. It's just mind-boggling.
This is Adventures in where is the ball being placed at, right? Players are just trying to stay warm. They're trying to stay loose out there.
Now if their kicker's just an extra point kicker, you're not going to use him in this situation. But where's the ball?
Yeah.
Where do they place the ball?
Where's Waldo?
Well,
Brian, update from Granite Falls and Kings. Kings now up to a 21-0 lead. So the bubble is possibly bursting on Granite Falls. Cinderella season here as they came into this game at 5-1, undefeated in the conference. Both teams 2-0 in the conference. Kings at 6-0, Granite Falls at 5-1, but thus far Kings having their way.
Well,
up at Granite Falls.
Yeah, and there were all kinds of scenarios out there if Granite Falls was able to win.
Yep. Well, now we're gonna back 15 yards again.
All right, so I guess we're going to
we're gonna have the extra point from the 30-yard line now. It is at the 26-yard line.
And yeah,
we're at the 26.
This
is a PAT, correct? This is a PAT.
Yeah, this is a PAT, and he's going to go back to pass. So watch him. He's going to throw it over the middle. They should have gone with a cover.
Number 17 is
cover 2. He picks it up off the ground. The monster's back there. He's got people after. He's going to.
That's incomplete. Well, that took quite a while
So now I guess they are going to throw kickoff from the 35, and are they going to do another onside kick?
I don't know.
Yeah,
that's why we play the games, Brian. That's why we play the games. All right.
Well, Well, I know I'm down to 12% on my phone, but we've got 60 people watching. Okay, we've got Kimberly is rooting for number 17, Derby, and go 15, go Falcons. So
we got some South Whitby fans joining us tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
they're usually well represented on our broadcast here at turkpride.tv. They're always welcome.
So do I need to apologize for you being a homer to our visiting fans from South Whitby?
Anybody that's watched our broadcasts for any amount of time knows that I am a homer.
Oh, no.
I like donuts very much.
Don't. Yeah.
And
to look at you and I, people would know we've had a few donuts in our lives.
Yeah. Well, I can't have donuts anymore.
No more donuts?
The doctor says no.
No more donuts. Oh, that's
Doctor says no. Not that I don't sneak one from the Sultan Bakery occasionally, but that is a free shout out for the Sultan Bakery. Not a TurkPride.tv sponsor. Windmill Espresso Kickoff coming right up.
That's right.
So.
All right. Yes.
They've got the hands team up there.
Yeah, they're thinking they might try it again. The
Turks were able to bomb. So after all that, the Turks got the ball where they would have if they had just kicked it off deep from the 20.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, well, the Turks now
back
down
to your regular programming.
Yeah,
right?
now back to our regularly scheduled
program.
Hey, we are 5:52 left to go in the second period, and we have had no adventures in punting yet.
No, we haven't had any. Yeah, no adventures in punting. I mean, it's just been it's been a very evenly played game. I mean, both teams have moved the ball. The Turks have moved the ball in big chunks.
Extended halftime today. It is homecoming.
It is
the world famous Sultan Turk marching band in their new uniforms, mind you.
Handoff up the middle. That's number 21, Rodriguez, I believe.
Ivan Rodriguez, yeah.
There we go, Rodriguez with a nice hard run up the middle.
They're going to have to give the ball to somebody else other than Feltner. And last week it was we had Hayden Murphy played running back last week and did a fantastic job. And so somebody else, you can't ride that horse until it's asleep.
Right.
I want to see, Derek Feltner run every time, but they're keying on him quite a bit.
Sargent, handoff. That's to Rodriguez. Rodriguez breaks through into the second tier, and that's going to be good enough for a first down for the Turks.
And and these guys need it. With small schools like this, it always comes down to depth. Because these guys get tired, and if you're on the field the whole game, you get tired towards the end, and that's when when
you're a small school, you got some of these kids that are playing every way. They're playing kicking team, they're playing offense, they're playing defense. I
think we're going to pass on this down.
Yep. Sargent rolls to his right, throws. Incomplete.
Was trying to get it to Hayden Murphy on that, I believe.
No, I think it was Almold actually on that
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Brian, yeah. Again, that's kind of in our blind spot here from our vantage point where the Turks happen to be at right now. So,
Well, we can't live in a glass house.
no, we can't. But we do have a lot of windows, though, which is good.
Yeah, we do have a lot of windows.
It's just I got one post that's right here in my way right now.
Unfortunately, somebody broke a window and got in. So, but
all right, handoff. Rodriguez over the left
Look at
side,
that.
still on his feet. Ooh, and he gets hit by oh man, nice stick by number 11. That's Prince Brown.
I believe we're in 4-down territory here.
Prince Brown just putting a shot on Rodriguez. He had a head of steam, and boy, he hit a wall right there. So nice tackle by that young man. 3rd and 2 for the Turks.
I would like to see a quarterback keeper on this, right up the middle. Or, I'm glad to see Rodriguez getting some run here.
I thought you were going to say you'd like to see a hamburger and fries.
I want that from Vic's Burger Shack.
Oh, there you go.
Much.
There you go. Oh, got a little movement out there.
Yeah, that's going to be against the Turks.
Number 64 there's pointing. He said, he made me do it. He made me do it. And yes, I see in the distance there the Sultan High School marching band under the direction of Ms. Jill Sumter is getting ready. They're warming up.
New uniforms.
The new unis.
The original ones were from like the 90s or the 80s. Or
the unis. The new unis, I like them with the navy and the Columbia blue there.
Offside against the Falcons. It's going to be a 1st down for the Turks.
1st down and 10 at the 26. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
So whoever flinched after they came across the line, thank you. Don't do it again.
Don't do it again. Don't do that again.
Well, good to see Mr. Rodriguez getting a run there.
Sargent over in the flat.
Gets it over to Ripley.
And
that's going
nicely by
the
Falcons.
Might get him a couple of yards. This is just softening them up, softening them up to run the ball up the middle.
That's right. Now, Brian, you know who isn't here tonight? Diamond Dave
There's
Moon.
no Diamond Dave Moon tonight.
The executive producer extraordinaire, Diamond Dave Moon.
Which is why we've had so many technical.
Took the night off. Yeah. We miss you, big guy.
Yeah.
But Ruby's over there did a great job on the board and camera work and everything. All of our student producers and camera people, we want to say thank you and recognize them.
He didn't go anywhere.
That didn't go nowhere. Stop by number 65 there in the middle of the line for the Falcons.
Well, I think this is 4-down territory for him. Going to have a timeout called, maybe?
Timeout, Whitby?
Oh, they just had to put somebody out for some reason. Maybe an equipment problem.
Could have been.
Or an attitude problem. You never know with these kids.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything over there.
He's not.
They're working on his helmet. They're working on his helmet.
A snap maybe or something, chin strap that broke or something like that. That can happen.
All right. Look for Hayden Murphy over the middle here.
Sargent back to pass over the middle. Oh, just incomplete. Yep, you're right. Murphy was the intended receiver, but just out of his outstretched hands. Thus far the weather has held. We have not had any more rain. We had heavy rain earlier this afternoon in the early evening.
This is a big, you've got, 4th and 12 coming up. And
4th and 12. You go here? You got to. Well, it's too far for a kick. I mean, it's too far for a field goal.
Well, I think he could hit it from there, but it'd be giving him really good field position.
Yeah. So I think that you're kind of stuck in
I really don't think the field position matters as much as just making, getting a quick stop. So
4th and
there's going to be a heavy rush. But look for the same play again that they just ran.
Sargent rolls to his right, under pressure, scrambling, going back, retreating, finds the dump-off man. That's Rodriguez, still on his feet, but he's going to be short.
Yep.
Going to be well short. Got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Well, he had nowhere else to go. He had nowhere else to go with that.
He hit Rodriguez as his safety valve, but was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, and the ball's going to be turned over on downs to the Falcons. 2 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Well, in this game we want to have aged cheddar. We don't
Aged.
we want him on the sidelines, not running.
You're making me. You keep talking about cheddar. You're making me hungry. I want like some crackers and cheese and stuff, like that. First down for the Falcons, shotgun formation, and we've got a whistle. And timeout, Turks. Okay, so again, 2-2-2 remaining in the second quarter. Turks trailing 12-6, which has been a
and you'll probably see him try to throw the ball up the middle. And I realize you want to keep him from running, but with 2 minutes to go, you might see him throw a little bit. And I haven't seen him go to a cover 2 or a cover 4, but they're playing. The Turks have been playing one deep safety and two corners, and then relying on the running backs or the linebackers. They've been playing more or less playing a 4-4. Four down linemen and 4 linebackers. One of the safeties is playing up in kind of a Jamal Adams kind of thing. You really need to. You got to cover the middle. With 2 minutes to go, you need to adjust a little bit.
Yeah, Sturba obviously has been his receiver of choice.
Well, and then if you see that, and look at the height difference between Sturba and the
Sturba's
receiver.
over on the right side.
There he goes.
Pass. He's going to Sturba. There he is, and incomplete.
So if you have 2 safeties and 2 corners, he doesn't get that open.
And I take it back. That wasn't Sturba on that play. I apologize.
Oh, well, it wasn't?
That was number 11, Prince Brown, I believe. It's difficult to see the player's jersey from that.
Well, he's a 6'2", 170-pound.
Yeah, they got some tall kids, no doubt. Little dump off pass to Haugen, stopped immediately there by the Turks.
Chaz Bush, the enforcer on the tackle.
And again, don't you go anywhere. Halftime, big halftime show.
We're going to keep the halftime show for you.
And it's a double bonus because people don't have to listen to us talk.
Yeah, we're going to let you listen to the Sultan Turk. Do we even have a microphone down there for him? I don't think so. So we'll just let you watch, I guess. I'll leave my mic open, I guess.
Yeah, we can do that. Stick it out the window there, or maybe pick up some of the band. But again,
so we'll instruct our camera guys to make sure that they have a big wide view of the marching band for halftime.
Rolling out. Oh. And he's going to throw deep.
Incomplete. So
no, it's a catch. It is a catch.
Oh, they called that a catch?
Yes, he called it a catch.
I didn't think he completed the catch.
Prince Brown, number 11, hauls it down. 6'2", 170-pound
junior.
Well,
I've been talking about it. I've been saying that they're gonna go deep here very soon.
And it kind of Sturba has been the player of choice or the receiver of choice, but Brown comes up big there for them. Hurry up offense, throwing up another pitch and catch again, and that's a catch and a touchdown for the Falcons. Wow. And number 11, Brown again. So Brown with 2 big catches there on that drive. Wow. Just that quick, man. It took just about a minute and 5 seconds for the Falcons. 2 big completions by number 11, Prince Brown, and they are in the end zone.
Oh, the only saving grace out of all this is that the Turks get the ball to start the second half.
Correct.
Now there's only there's a minute 15 left to go here in this, so that is the one of the biggest. Well, it's a momentum shifter.
That's what you were talking about, Brian. They're going to throw the ball, and they certainly did. A couple of deep heaves, and it was just kind of a pitch and catch. I mean, number 3, Morgan threw it up there as high as he could, and Brown just went up and got it. And that's just good athleticism, using his size, his height. And his
the ball was thrown. The ball was thrown perfectly, and so who was it? Was it Prince Brown again?
Yes, number 11, Prince
Brown. He's 6'2" against Keegan Arnold, 5'5".
Yeah, two successive nice completions, big completions there from number 3 Morgan to Brown, number 11. So that connection works well. for the Falcons, and they now stand leading this game here 18-6. Minute 15,
Now,
minute 16 remaining.
I
in the
could have
second.
sworn I heard one of the coaches on the other.
Don't
on
swear. Don't swear. This is
on
a
the Turk
family
side.
show. This is
You
a
should be
family
in
show.
cover 2. You should be in cover 2, and that they weren't where they were supposed to be.
Okay.
So.
Well, don't swear. This is a family show. Okay.
I don't drink and I don't swear.
Okay.
And
I
don't.
know. That's why I was so surprised.
And
when
I
you
don't
said that.
smoke.
I know.
I did leave my cigarettes at the bar. I'm kidding. I don't smoke or drink, guys.
Brian doesn't. I can attest to that. So, all right. Handoff.
That's coming back.
Cheddar is going to come back, though.
Well, that's Haugen again.
Excuse me. Sorry, folks. Yep.
That's Eric Haugen, a 5'10", 175-pound senior on that, but they're going to make him redo it.
And that one's all for naught, so they'll get a chance to try
so
that one.
It really does. It comes down to adjustments, and the Falcons have made an adjustment on where they need to attack the Turks, and they've started now that the end of the second quarter, they've started to do that. Now you can't continue to go that way again and again and again. So, and why not? Why not go back and try to throw it again to Mr. Prince? You know.
All right, so here we are. This is the kind of a repeat of what we had before.
Of course, Sturba is taller, but just weighs a little less. So.
Last call on the raffle, Brian.
Oh,
you better get in on the raffle.
Yeah.
They're having a raffle here. There you go.
No adventures in punting so far.
No adventures in punting.
So, and for the Turks, how do you make the adjustment? Okay. Who goes on Sturba? Who goes on Brown?
Yeah.
Okay. You have to make an adjustment, and they finally made the adjustment. I can see that they've got some guys. They finally made the adjustment, and it looks like they're in more of a. Yeah, it's still a cover 3, but more of a man-to-man.
Snap, throw, deep across the middle. That's Sturba. Reaches up and gets the catch for a touchdown, or for the extra point. Excuse me. There's such a break between these weird times for these extra points. All right. Extra point is good to Sturba from about the 25-yard line. These extra points that we keep having for like the 25.
Now let's take you back. Let's take you back to Feltner's in the clear. He's coming into the touchdown, and Cheddar runs him down. The Turks do not score on that.
They do not.
It changes the whole complexion of this game.
Yeah, you are correct. It's interesting sometimes to point to just one play that could end up being the determiner and kind of set the tone for the whole first half.
Well, they weren't throwing the ball like this in the first first quarter and a half. But they've got the coaches are making the adjustments, and the Turks need to be able to make their own adjustments.
Yep. Yeah, so
and sometimes, and the Turks can. The Turks have the athletes over there. The Turks, there's 100 ways that the Turks can come back and win this game right now.
Oh, I think there's no doubt this game is still well
within
reach.
But they have to stop the deep pass. They have to stop the pass over the middle and the deep pass.
Yeah, the South Whidbey has found that the Turks' pass defense has been pretty porous so far tonight. So they've been exploiting that. And I
hope they kick it off to Feltner, and I hope he takes it back for a score.
That would be a nice way to end the half right there.
But if they've scouted it all, they'll kick it to Ripley. Nope.
And to Feltner. Feltner handles it cleanly. Still on his feet and dropped after a short gain at the 25-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Turks. Minute and 12 remaining in the first half.
Well, you really don't want to give them the ball back here with a minute 12
No,
left to go.
I think you either just try to keep it conservative.
You should have one timeout. They should have one timeout left. I see nothing wrong with trying to hit Mr. Murphy across the middle again. And if you can get up around the 40 or 50, then you see if you can make something happen. They do have Mr. Feltner in the backfield with him. They are going to blitz.
They do bring some pressure. Sargent handles it over to Ripley. And he's dropped by Haugen after a short gain. They're going to bring up about 2nd and 8 for the Turks.
59 seconds now.
Pass. And through the fingertips of number 23 for the Turks.
Keegan Almold.
And so that stops the clock with 46 seconds remaining.
Which is, if they don't get the first down here, you're gonna have to punt. So we might have adventures in punting.
Could be adventures. I know you've been wanting that. You've been looking forward to that.
No, I don't.
I've been looking forward to adventures in punting. Adventures in punting.
I'm one of those guys that I hate punting in Madden. There's times I'll have to do it, but I hate it.
All right, 3rd and 7 for the Turks.
I'd rather throw a pick.
Sargent back to pass. He's getting pressured. He's dropped. Dropped for a loss. So first sack of the night for the Falcons. And that's going to put the Turks at 4th and 7.
I believe they have a timeout. Nope, they don't. So I would just,
Now it's adventures in punting, Brian.
No, if they call the timeout, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, they
now
did.
It's
adventures in punting coming up.
Adventures in punting. Oh, yes.
So make sure everybody out there, make sure you stay for the wonderful
halftime
show. Now the Murphys are watching from Klamath Falls, Oregon.
There you go. Welcome.
Well, we wish you were here too. Kimberly calls him Downtown Prince Brown and Sturby Derby. Well, that's one thing you can count on for parents and fans from all the different high schools. They love their kids just like we do.
They do. And Southwood put on, they've made a great showing for themselves. I've been impressed with their ability to balance between running and passing. They've shown me a lot. They got some good athletes.
Back to punt, we have Hunter Treadliner is back to punt.
Adventures in punting. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's a pretty good looking one there. It's going to take a kind of a wicked bounce there, fielded by the Falcons player, and still on his feet, and he's going to be over to about the 45-yard line for the Turks, where it's going to be first down. So 22 seconds, Brian. Ooh. Get ready for another long pass here with 22 seconds remaining. I think that the Falcons are going to try to see if they can tack something even more on the board here before halftime. All right, 22 seconds remaining. So, Brian, I'm looking. I think it's about Sturba and Brown both to the right.
See, now they're in. See how they're in the cover 4. They've got the 2 deep safeties now.
Oh yeah, because this is definitely a passing situation here. Quarterback. Oh, he's going to flip it over. He was under pressure. Flips it to the right, and that really didn't do a whole lot.
They don't have another timeout. So that. Oh, did they?
Nope, they did. Is that a timeout? Clock stops with 9 seconds.
Well, all right. So now you saw the adjustment. That they made.
Yep.
The 2 deep, which is which is one series too late. There's a reason I'm up here in the booth and they're down there. The coaches are awesome. I'm just doing my color, doing my commentary. They did the right thing there. They got to keep them from going deep.
2 deep safeties right now because they definitely see this is certainly they're going to take and huck it down the field here and try to get another touchdown on the board. And he throws it deep. It's up high. It's Brown. And Well covered.
Well, Derek
Yeah.
Feltner was able to hit it, knock it out of bounds as time
Yeah,
expired.
well covered, and it's going to be double zeros, and that will do it for the half. So, at halftime, the score, the hometown Turks 6 and the visiting Falcons from South Whitby 20. Stay tuned for the world-famous Sultan High School Marching Band in the direction of Ms. Jill
And
Sumter.
homecoming festivities.
And we'll be back with you after that.
and your Fulton High School marching band. All right, fans, the winner of the 50-50 raffle, grab your ticket. 50-50 winner is number 236362. That is 236362. Come up to the press box on the east side and claim your prize. Turks fans, it is my pleasure to introduce you to our 2021 homecoming court. The freshman homecoming court representative, Marilyn Sheving. Her nickname is B-Wiggle, and her father's name is Steve Sheving. Her favorite childhood memory was having sleepovers with her brothers, even though their rooms were right next to each other. An embarrassing moment when she was trying to hit a volleyball and fell right on her face in a game. Her future plans to get a scholarship for volleyball and then go to school to become a teacher. Her dream job would be special education teacher or working with children with disabilities. Or a chocolate tester. That would be cool too. Freshman court Tristan Lopez, and his mom's name is Audrey Lopez. His favorite childhood memory or toy was the Rubik's Cube because it made him intelligent. Amazing moment going to Montana with friends and having a great time. His future plans to live life to the fullest. Have a nice job, do well financially, but I still don't know what I'm going to do. His dream job would be, don't know, but making lots of money. That's Tristan and Marilyn. Our sophomore court, Jenna Fleming. Her nickname is Jen, and her parents are Stacy and Scott Fleming. Her favorite childhood memory was building blanket forts with her older brother, Aiden. Her embarrassing moment, when a friend and I were trying to jump over swings and I got my foot caught and totally ate it. Her future plans to go to college, start a family, and her dream job would be to become a physical therapist or a paramedic. Sophomore court representative Derek Feltner. His mom's name is Aaron Feltner. His favorite childhood toys were Transformer foldable plastic toys. His amazing moment so far this year, scoring 5 TDs, although now today more. His future plans to get a college education in physical education, and his dream job would be to be a Major League Baseball player. Your sophomore court. Junior homecoming court, Cassandra Guzman. Her nickname is Cassie, and her parents are Araceli and Daniel Ochoa Guzman. Her favorite childhood memory is playing Pizza Chat on her DS with all of her cousins. Her embarrassing moment when everyone took a picture of me sleeping on the bus with my mouth open. Her future plans are to graduate college, move to New York, and own her own apartment in the city, where her dream job would be a neuropathologist. Junior court, Casey Stifferman. His nickname is Cliff, and his parents are Scott and Mary Stifferman. His favorite childhood memory is cutting his finger to the bone with corn. His embarrassing moment, he's 16 and he can't ride a bike. His future plans are to go to college, and his dream job would be a history teacher. Nice choice, Case. Your junior royalty, Casey and Kathy. around with her cousins and laughed so hard she might have peed. Her future plans to go to a 4-year university, and her dream job would be to be an interior designer. And senior representative Chandler Cunningham. His parents, Holly Cunningham and Paul Cunningham. His favorite childhood memory is a shovel and dug really big holes. An embarrassing moment when my sister locked me in the hole we just dug with the shovel. His future plans, he says, I'm supposed to graduate, but his dream job would be a psychologist or human rights advocate. Your senior court, Chandler, Nancy, Ivan, and Emily. And now to announce our homecoming royalty for this year. Can I get a drum roll, please? Your senior royalty, Nancy Davis and Chandler Cunningham. It's a boy. All right, if all of the royalty can please gather together. Right there on the phone, Turks, gather together, face the stand so your family can get the pictures.
All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed the halftime festivities there, whether it be the award-winning Sultan High School Marching Band under the direction of Ms. Jill Sumter, or the, not sure if you could catch the homecoming royalty that was being announced by Ms. Fuller, but that's always a fun undertaking, and hearing some of the humorous anecdotes that the kids put together.
And you know what I just discovered?
No.
That my mic can pick up the marching band in the middle of the field.
I know, that was on the fly. On the fly, that was a good thing.
I'm like,
there.
You know what? I'm going to hang this out the window and see what happens.
Hey, it's better than nothing, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. So yeah, looking back here, it's been a good game, and Brian, you made the comment as far as just looking at one play that may have kind of just set the tone really for that whole half. Was that breakaway run, like you talked about, that Feltner was just going on, and then Cheddar caught up with him right at the goal, just short of the goal line, and the Turks were unable to score.
Well, I'm sure he's probably never been caught from behind
He
before
probably
like
was
that.
surprised. He thought he was in.
And it's just like it's like the play that Seahawks had last year with DK Metcalf, when he caught the the cornerback for the Arizona Cardinals. Intercepted the ball, the guy from the UW, and his name escapes me right now.
Oh, I know you're talking about Played at Bellevue.
Yeah, played at Bellevue, went to UW,
I'm
and-
totally. I know who you're talking about. I'm just
and
totally
he
drawing
was
a blank
going
right now.
22 miles an hour down the sideline.
Uh-huh.
DK Metcalf was going 23.
Yeah.
And he caught him, and they ended up missing the field goal or something, not getting any points or just getting 3 points out of it. And I think the Seahawks went on to not win that game anyway, but which is happening a whole lot more than I
thought
want to
you
talk about.
You said you didn't want to talk
No.
about the Seahawks, Brian. Right? I've been good.
I'm being a good analyst, trying to be a good analyst.
Folks at home, you can't see this, but Brian is wearing his 12 jersey, his Seahawks 12 jersey, and his Seattle. Is it the Mariners
This
cap?
is actually a Sultan baseball cap.
Oh, it's a Sultan baseball cap. I'm sorry.
In honor
like a
of
Mariners cap.
Yeah, I
Very
do.
similar.
I do get that. And somebody called it the Seattle Steelheads hat the other day.
It's only missing the little compass.
That
in the
doesn't
middle
have
of
the
S
compass
there.
rose. Doesn't have the compass
in
rose
in
on
the middle of it, but looks. But I see you have your number 12.
I wore my
You got
12
your
today.
12s,
The fact that I haven't done my laundry yet this week had nothing to
It
do with
takes
it.
some guts to wear that these days. You know, it's a tough stretch right now. For the
You know
Hawks.
what? You know what? They're playing. Today is Blue Friday, and I wore my jersey.
There you go.
Even though I didn't go to work today, I stayed home to rest up my voice so that I could be here with you.
We appreciate the dedication.
Yeah.
We do. You know,
It had nothing to do with me sleeping in until 9 in the morning or
oh,
anything else.
nothing at all.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. So, but anyway, so a first half, entertaining first half. I think your was a very astute observation. That play by Cheddar tracing down and chasing down Feltner and making that play, and then them holding the Turks to not scoring on that drive.
And then the Turks get the ball right back on a fumble, and they're not able to capitalize because they turn around and they cough the ball up on the first play from scrimmage, and then of course and I know I've talked quite a bit about that the Falcons have discovered a weakness in the depth for the Turks.
The pass coverage has
pass coverage
has been an issue. Yeah, no doubt, and they've exploited that. They've got some good athletes, some tall Brown and Struba over there at number 11 and 17 have done a nice job in using their athleticism, their height, and their ability on the shorter defenders for the Turks, and that's paid dividends for them. So what do you have to do, Ryan? What do you say at halftime to kind of right the ship, change direction, and get the Turks back in this game?
Well, you've got to the coaches and the players got to put they've got to think outside the box, and they have to. How do I stop the run and keep the deep pass from happening, or the ball up the middle? And they have to take the ball and go down and score. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They've got to take the ball and go down and score and make it a one-score game.
Right. And it could be a sustained drive. It doesn't have to be a quick hitter. I mean, if they can just get a sustained drive, I'd like to see it because the time of possession, and we don't have that statistic here, but the time of possession has got to be tremendously lopsided. Whitby has had the
their
ball
defense,
almost the whole half.
Well, and most of their players play both ways anyway.
Right. Which in small schools you see that. I mean, Turks got a lot of athletes that play both ways.
And I've been I've been a quarterback, I've been a running back, I've been a wide receiver.
Is that back when you scored 4 touchdowns?
I did not score. I've come close. I did have 4 sacks in one game.
Did you? Wow. Now that's impressive. That is impressive.
And it was against, back in the day, it was back when I was playing for Bothell, and I did have 4 sacks in the first half.
Good for you. That is definitely saying something.
It just happened to be a JV game, and then they had to take me out for the rest of the game.
Now you clouded a great story with facts. See, that's the thing. You had a great story going there, and then you just have to add the facts.
Well, the coaches came over and said you need to get that varsity player off the field.
I see.
And I wasn't at the time. I was a junior, and I was like, "What do you mean I can't play?"
What do you mean, Coach? I'm tearing him up out here. What are you doing taking me out?
Don't take me out.
Come on, Coach, put me back in.
It's just.
Oh, that's funny. All right,
but there's a great story that goes along with that while we wait. And the year before, I had played for Ballard.
Yeah, that's right. You played at Ballard and Bothell both.
And I played for both, and I played varsity for Ballard, and I had been. We were losing by quite a lot, and I was playing running back that day, and no, I didn't score 4 touchdowns. And I had been tackled really, really hard by one of their players.
Uh-huh.
And And they were rubbing. I mean, it was at this point it was like 38-0.
Ooh. Oh.
And he says, you should probably just stay down.
Just don't get up.
And I got up and I went back and we were 3 and out, and adventures in punting continued after that. We actually had a really good punter.
You guys had adventures punting back in high school too?
So now this was later in the game.
Uh-huh.
And I know you guys probably don't care about hearing about this story, but this is a great story for me. So the next year I'm at Bothell and I'm playing linebacker defensive end for Bothell. And the quarterback just happens to be the same guy that hit me and told me to stay down and was talking smack.
Okay.
So by the time I had sacked him the 4th time in the first half, I looked at him and said, you should just stay down.
Oh, that's classic right there.
And he looked at me and he said, I knew you from somewhere.
That's a great story.
And to his credit, we did go on to win the game. And no, I did not score 4 touchdowns. Yes, it was a JV game, but you know what?
Hey,
we met each other and gave each other a very sportsmanlike greeting after the game. And he said, I knew it was you. And I said, yeah, you were talking crap. He says, well, you deserved it this time around.
That is a great story. That's a great story. Thanks for sharing. All right. We're ready to get back to action here, Brian, and in a good game. Like I said, Turks are going to receive the kick. And like you said, I think it's critical. I agree that they need to
they're going to
get a drive and get some points here on this first possession to try to get some of that momentum, change that momentum.
Yeah, and let's see now who's kicking for. Number 20, I believe.
That's Haugen, number 20.
Going to kick it off.
And they get a traditional kick this time. And it's going to bounce. Feltner still trailing after it. Having a hard time getting a handle. And he does get onto it, but no return for the Turks.
Well, that's not, hey.
That's not the start we were looking for.
They didn't kick it right to him. I tell you what, that's something, to kick the ball like that, you have to practice it. And Feltner is slow to get up over there.
Yeah, he is. He started to get up, and now he's kind of rolled back on his back. That was an interesting play because the ball kind of bounced, and he was trying to get the handle. He finally did, and he basically kind of was on the ground and didn't look like he got hit that hard by the player. But again, from our vantage point, that's on the far side of the field from where we're at right now, and it's good to see the sportsmanship in the visiting players from the Falcons taking a knee for a fallen comrade out there right now. So.
And I'm sorry I can't see your comments out there. My phone has completely died.
Well, you need to come more prepared. You took the day off. You took the whole day off, and I thought you'd be.
It's just me on Facebook all day, and I should have plugged it in and charged it before I came.
I thought you'd be bringing more
guys,
to the.
You need to understand the abuse that I take here up here. I tell you.
Brian, I just see no. I can't give you an excuse. You were home all day.
Hashtag Turks first.
I'll tell you, boy. All right, back to action.
Well, we'll see if Mr. Feltner is able to recover over there. He's standing
on his own power. I think he'll be okay. He'll shake it off. He's a tough kid. He'll be back in. All right, 1st and 10 for the Turks on their own 9-yard line. So they are starting deep in their own territory. Sargent hands off, and that's Rodriguez, I believe, over the other side. Nice run. Boy, got a big chunk of it back.
Big hole by the Turks.
First down, Turks.
I remember now, earlier in the year, I had said that, Mr. Rodriguez is a good football player.
Mm-hmm. He is.
But he was doing a little more dense, and he needed to hit the hole.
Hit the hole hard.
Hit it hard.
North and south.
Guess what he's doing today?
He's hitting the hole hard, north and south. All right. 1st and 10 for the Turks now from the 26-yard line.
I'd really like to see Hayden Murphy get a few carries in the backfield. Oh, he's back there. We'll see what happens.
Dual setbacks. Shotgun formation for Sargent. Handoff to number 21. Rodriguez over the left side for a short gain. And Rodriguez, 5'8", 150-pound senior running back, outside linebacker for the Turks.
Give the ball to Hayden. That's just me.
That's just you being you.
It's just you. Just me being me.
I'll take this opportunity to apologize to any of our visiting fans. They're joining us from South Whidbey. We do appreciate you spending time here with us on the broadcast on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Hand off. That's to Rodriguez again. Same Dodging over the left side.
Lost the ball, but falls on his own fumble.
Yep. Nice job. Nice recovery there by Mr. Rodriguez.
Now.
So, yes, my colleague, Mr. Atkinson, is unapologetically a Turk first guy.
Hashtag Turks first.
Unapologetically.
I coined the phrase, hashtag Turks first.
He did. So, but we love you, big guy. We love you.
There's a story behind that, too, but we'll talk about that maybe during basketball season.
The basketball season will be here before we know it.
Yeah.
That's exciting. It'll be good to get back in the gym and watch some basketball being played. Hand off to Rodriguez again over the left side. Finds another hole. And Brian, he's just been chewing up yards, doing a nice job.
You know what? This is his best game running so far this year.
Nothing fancy, just hard running.
You know, he's got the moves. He hits the hole. He's cutting well. It's like he's a senior and it's homecoming. Yeah.
Wow. You know, you might have something there.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed that he's able to, and you can use Feltner out there. You can line him up as a decoy, or even give him the ball. Look, looks like he's lining up as a receiver here. Right?
He's in the slot. Yeah. Rodriguez is in the backfield. Feltner in the slot.
Probably could use him as a blocker.
Sargent, that's going to be a handoff to Rodriguez. Same play again, but they ran that same play over and over and over.
He was used as a decoy to start, and then he was used as a blocker.
Yep.
And they have got to go down and score, hold them, and then go down and score again. Turks win 21-20. Of course, I don't know how they're going to kick their extra points.
So
because Mr. Everything hasn't been here tonight.
No, that's true. But so you don't want people to tune out of the broadcast. Stay for the rest of the broadcast, even though Brian has forecast how the rest of the game will go. Brian has forecasted it. He's and
that's close to the. He might have. He has enough. That's going to be good for a Turk first down.
Yep.
My eyes spy a Turk first down. Are you kidding me? Yeah, they gave him the first down.
There we go. So Brian, you're guaranteeing a win.
No, I am not.
And if the Turks don't win, you're taking everybody out to lunch. Is that what you're saying?
You're a joker.
That's Brian Atkinson.
Yes, they gave me 2 buttons to play with over here, guys.
Brian Atkinson. He's the man with the big contract.
Yeah.
Here on TurkPride.tv.
The abuse that I take, guys. It's a good thing I love you, Mr. Dan.
All right. Handoff. That's Rodriguez again. Man, he's running hard. Still on his feet.
That's good. Boy, 10 yards.
This has been the Ivan Rodriguez show here in the second half so far. It's just this is just power football right here, Brian.
Well,
maybe that's what the Turks needed.
I'll tell you,
power football.
You know that they've mixed things up. They've had Hayden Murphy played a little running back last week, and was very successful at it. And you have Derek Feltner, and now Mr. Rodriguez is getting his playing time. And
handoff on the other side.
Oh, that's not a go.
And that one was read nicely by the Falcons. And Feltner, no gain on the play. It's going to bring up second.
Well, it looks like we got some laundry down there. What do we got?
Hankies.
There's a flag on the plate. Oh, wait.
Oh, we got a cheer off going on down here.
We got a spirit off going.
And it's they were here.
The band is not out there. It's the third quarter. So
correct. Third quarter, the band is not there. And we had junior cheer here earlier tonight, too, and we apologize for not recognizing them. But, again, that's one of the negatives. I mean, I like our palatial studio. Don't get me wrong. But we are on the visitor side. And so, you do lose some of the things from being on the other side of the field.
I like Turk Pride Tower.
Oh, I love Turk Pride Tower. But, I wish we were on the home side of the field, too, because we miss some of that stuff over here on the far side. Well, they're still talking about things.
Make sure you go hit that. Hey, you like what you even if you don't like what you see here on Turk Pride TV.
Even if you're just,
make sure you hit that subscribe button. And hey, we can always use your help. Go down there. You see on that chat button. You see that little $sign down there. That super chat. We could always use any donation. Anything helps here at TurkPride.tv. And like I said earlier, our Turk Pride Tower got broken into, and we got cameras stolen, and we got computers stolen.
That's just really frustrating. again, this is a student-driven, student-led production. You and I obviously aren't students. We haven't been in high school in a long, long time. But everybody else that you can't see, all the people behind the scenes, producer, camera people, these are students doing this. And this is a working classroom, really, for them, an extension of the classroom where they're learning real-life skills that maybe they can translate into a career. And to lose the equipment that we do to do this is really disheartening.
Don't know where the penalty is because there was no yards on the play.
And they're still talking now. They're just now breaking huddle. Turks are going to come up. It's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 31.
So all of that, and there's no result.
There's been some interesting calls and some interesting placements tonight.
What do we got going here now? So,
Brian, are you going to make a comment about our officiating crew tonight?
No. Hashtag Turks first.
Oh, okay. Just I thought maybe you might want to make a comment.
Football's hard.
Handoff, Rodriguez over the left tackle. He's run that play successfully on this drive. I mean, again, the Turks, like we talked about, Brian, I'm fine a sustained drive. This is what the Turks are doing. They're just kind of chunking their way down the field, establishing some offense here. And that's what they really need to do. They need to get some points out of this first drive.
And if you're going to be four down territory here, of course, you know what? You need to get 4 yards here. It's 3rd and 5. You got to get at least 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you don't want to put yourself in a 4th down situation. Obviously, you want to keep it.
And don't get cute. Let's just get the ball where it needs to go.
Hand off to Rodriguez again. Breaks the tackle. Dives forward.
He's going to be really close to the first down.
Yeah, going to be close. I think he's going. Yeah, he's going to be short, Brian. From our vantage point, it's hard to see, but it looks like it's going to be about 4th and 3.
Oh,
so that's
only able to get a couple yards on that. So 4th and 3, that's not enough.
4th and 3. So what are we thinking here, Brian? It's been Rodriguez. I mean, I don't know.
Rodriguez is not even in the game anymore.
So that isn't going to happen.
So,
given that he's not in the game, there's a likelihood he's not going to get the ball on this.
Well,
is that
what they've been doing is they put Derek Feltner, number 17, and they've put Hayden Murphy in the backfield, and those guys, and now he's back up at tight end. Those guys have been blocking for him, and it's going to go up the middle with Feltner here.
Yep, Feltner off the left side, and he's got a first down and more. Still on his feet. Oh, and tripped up. He saw the goal line.
So close.
He saw the goal line and he got tripped up.
Now that was set up by Ivan Rodriguez again and again and again. And one of the things is that was sealed up, blocked by Hayden Murphy.
Yeah. They've ran to the left side almost exclusively on this drive. And they see something that they like over there. That matchup, they like that matchup.
And if you watch now, the coaches for Woodby, they're adjusting a little bit. You look at who they have over on the left side now. They've got number 20 Haugen, and they've got number 17s over there.
Yeah, so they're putting some of their horses on that side now. They go the other way.
Feltner up the
on
middle.
His feet, and that's a touchdown, Turks.
Touchdown, Turks.
All right, so that's what we talked about, Brian. First drive had to get some points, and they made it happen. So now
down by 8.
Down by 8 with the PAT upcoming. What do? You go for 2 here, Brian?
No, if you can, you kick it here because you've got to keep them
within one score. So it keeps you within a score. If you get the extra point, that would make it a 7-point differential. Or if you go for the 2, you try for a 6-point.
But they're going to go for 2. They're going to go for 2 here. That is where we're at because.
All right, lining up.
And
shotgun formation. Feltner in the backfield along with Sargent. Handoff coming around. He's in.
Who was that?
I think
was that Tradliner?
I think that was number 40. It's number 40?
I thought it was number 10.
Oh, okay. It could be. It was difficult to see.
Yeah, it was.
Tradliner. Hunter Tradliner. It could have been. It was very hard to see from our vantage point. That's about the furthest distance from where we're at. So, but anyway, no matter. It's good.
Took almost half. Took 4 minutes.
Sustained drive.
4 minute drive.
Ran the ball exclusively.
And you got to understand with football, offensive players don't get as tired as defensive players.
No,
because offensive players they're taking it to you. But if you're a receiver and the ball doesn't come your way, you don't have to go as hard. You're not making
Right.
the moves. Okay, defensively, everybody has to be in their place
At all times.
at all times.
Because you don't know what's going to happen.
You know, you're not just a decoy. And offensive linemen are always working, by the way. But
Amen.
and so, in order for the Turks to come back into this game, they had to go out there and establish the run.
That's what they did.
And they did that. Now, the big question is, what are they going to do for the matchups in the passing game?
Right. This next possession right here is going to be key to the remainder of this game, Brian, is you just touched on it. I think Whitby's going to continue to try to throw the ball, and how do the Turks respond to stop that? Because, again, Whitby's had a great deal of success and pretty much done what they wanted to do throwing the football this afternoon, or this evening, I should say. All right. Do you onside it here?
No.
Kick away?
You're going to kick away here.
All right. And he punches it. Oh, it fielded nicely by the up back. And we got a penalty.
That's going to be a block in the back there.
And Sturba was the up back that took the ball and is dropped. But
Did a nice job of picking that out of the air.
Yeah, he did. He caught it. It kind of took kind of a wicked bounce, too. We got another. No, we might have a little extracurricular going on there.
Hoping that doesn't go against the Turks here.
Yeah, we saw the initial flag, which was thrown in from the side judge, and then we saw another flag when they were kind of all together.
2 unsportsmanlike penalties, one against each team.
Yeah.
You know, that doesn't help the Turks.
It's been a little chippy at times out there tonight.
It's been pretty clean so far. I think they've been hitting pretty hard.
They have. They've been hitting really hard.
I haven't seen a whole lot of dirty play. All right, let's see what we've got going here. We've got.
It's going to be against the Falcons, it looks like. So back 10, forward 5, forward 15.
So somebody
plus 5 for the Falcons.
So one was holding or blocking the back or whatever it is you want to call it.
Yeah.
But the unsportsmanlike penalty is the one that really, because the Turks had a chance to really push them back.
Yeah.
It would have been.
And there's been a couple of those tonight. They've had a couple of those. So that's, again, you really don't want to give up yards unnecessarily with unsportsmanlike
It's not
penalties.
offsetting penalties. They enforced them both.
Morgan under center.
Here comes Cheddar.
Yep, there you go. You called it. Cheddar over the right guard, and he plunges forward for a nice gain. A gain of about 8, probably, or 9. It's going to be second and short.
Oh, I would ride that Cheddar train all the way to the Cheez-It factory.
Well, they've got a nice, like I said, a really nice 1-2 combination in Cheddar and Haugen. They just do a really nice job of complementing each other, and then you bring into that, Sturba and Brown for the receiving core. They've got a good balanced offense, Brian.
I just want you to notice that they are staying with the cover 2.
Oh, a nice play there. Haugen was stuffed by the Turks interior line. Nice play there by the hometown boys.
So so the number 31's now out here playing corner for the Turks. That is Matthew Agnew is out here playing for the Turks, and Keegan Arnold is playing the other corner. But now you've got Derek Feltner and Caden Keeler
are playing safety.
So they're playing that too deep that they played at the end of the first half.
Right. And they put some good athletes back there too, because I think they realize that's kind of been their Achilles heel thus far this game. Rolling back to pass, stop, little jump pass, caught.
That's good
and
for a
he's
first
going to
down.
break
He's
open,
on his way.
and he's on his way. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, number 11, Prince Brown, his second TD of the night. Catch and run for the Falcons. So they add to their lead. So the Falcons answer quickly to the Turks score, Brian, and we're right back where we were when we started the halftime.
I don't got much.
Really?
There's a great play by the quarterback was under duress. Under duress.
And it was just a little kind of a little jump pass. That
His arm, Ryan Morgan's arm. He's 5'10", 175 pounds. And
he's got great touch. I don't think he has an extremely strong arm, but he's got a really good touch.
He throws a he's very accurate,
and he throws a very catchable ball also too. Receivers love that when you can throw a catchable ball. Thrown and incomplete. Attempted for Brown.
That's all right.
Incomplete.
That's okay.
No good.
That's all right. Send him. Sit down, fight.
26-14. 26-14 Turks.
Turks
trailing.
just need to go down and score again. They've got to get a stop. They have to keep scoring.
Yeah, you can't trade. You can't trade.
This
scores.
is where you tell me, the team that scores more points is going to win. This is where you always tell me that point of the game.
I wasn't going to say that.
You were going to the Ron Fairleyism.
I didn't say a thing. Very good. I appreciate that.
You're very, very welcome.
So, the Turks right now are trailing. They're trailing by 12, and if they get 13, they're going to win.
And they got to keep the other team from scoring too.
Keep the other team from scoring, yeah.
Who I'm impressed with their young senior quarterback. That's Ryan Morgan, 5'10", 175 pounds, and he is a senior. He's might grow an inch, but usually by the time you're a senior in high school, that's about as tall as you're going to get.
I think, Brian, the thing that about the Falcons that has impressed me the most is just the balance of their offense. They can run, they can pass, they can do both. I mean, they've got Haugen, they've got Cheddar, they've got Brown, they have got Sturba. I mean, they've got weapons on everywhere out there, and the Turks are just having a hard time having the best athletes in the right spot.
It's a matchup issue, and this is where you miss, Weston Galley, who is not playing tonight, who I haven't seen on the field. And this is where you miss him, and because he would lock down that corner.
Yeah. All right, and the kick is up, and oh boy,
let it go. There you go.
Out the end zone, and it's going to be Turk first down on the touchback. All right, 4 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the third, Brian. Turks trailing by 2 scores, 26-14.
You know what? You got to go down. They had a chance. They had them at third down. They went back to pass. And
Brown made a great play.
And Morgan made a great throw, and Brown made a great catch and run.
Yep.
And the safeties got sucked up.
All right, so the Turks.
And that happens because somebody's thinking, I'm going to intercept the ball here, or I'm going to be the hero here. And you got to stay in your assignment.
All right, so the Turks need to, again, time's going to kind of become an adversary here. They need to score, and they need to score more quickly. They're running the ball. Feltner, that looks good. And I like that. And that young man scoots out. That's going to be close to a first down there. Nice run on first down for Feltner. But again, they ate up a lot of clock in that first drive, Brian. And with only less than 4 minutes now in the third, they need to score and score more quickly.
And they're not going to, because they're not going to throw the ball.
They really haven't thrown the ball
They're not going.
at all.
If they score on this drive, it's going to be at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
All right, and let me rephrase it.
And then time doesn't become your friend.
Unless Mr. Feltner is able to get past, into the second level here and really take it somewhere.
They have Feltner. There's the man we just spoke about. And nice run for that young man. First down, moves the sticks for the Turks.
We already know that Cheddar can run. that Cheddar's just a bit faster.
And it's like the Rolling Stones said, but time is not on our side.
No, it's not.
Time is not on my side. All right, 3 minutes remaining here in the third.
Don't quit your day job.
I know. Don't. Amen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right, so we've got a great. You know what? It's a 2-score ball game. All the Turks have got to do.
Rolling. Oh boy! Oh, he got rid of it, but boy, that was close.
Was there anybody even there?
He just threw it away because he was at the verge of getting sacked.
I'm surprised I didn't see a flag on the play.
He was very close to being sacked, and unloaded it, got rid of it, and it's going to be second and 10 now for the Turks.
There had to have been somebody close by because they didn't call intentional grounding on that.
Right. Yeah, he wasn't out. Oh, there you go. Good call.
Yeah.
We didn't see the flag. It was blocked by the official's foot there.
Yeah, that's
he was not outside. Yeah, he did not get outside the hash mark.
That's a loss of down and where he was when he gave the ball.
But I think, Brian, he would have taken a sack. So I mean, he was really kind of in a no-win situation.
Well,
there.
yeah,
It's either
at least
takes the sack
at least
or
he doesn't get. No, it's not a first down. It's a loss of down, I believe. So
it's going to be second. Yeah,
Let's see it.
second and 20.
Yeah.
So that does that. That one hurts right there. But I think, Sargent, in his defense, he was about ready to get plowed under, and he really didn't have a choice. A reverse, Feltner handing it off, coming back.
Tradliner
Almost
nice, gets the first down.
Almost. Nice play there.
And now we're going to have some extracurricular out there.
We've got a flag here, but a gain of 15 on the play, but we'll see if it stands.
Yeah, we've got a flag on the play here. Yeah, it's going to be against Whitby here.
Oh, we got another one.
Might get two of them.
I said, Brian, it's getting a little chippy out there. You got some hard hitting going on, and in a tough game, and we got a few people losing their cool out there.
Well, it was just way away from the play. And
yeah,
it's going to be an unsportsmanlike against 15 of the
15 Lucas Taxony.
Yeah, and
we'll see. We'll confirm.
It's usually the second guy that gets caught. So we'll see what happens.
Unsportsmanlike. Okay, so we
have
offsetting penalties. So I think that's the third or fourth unsportsmanlike call tonight in the game.
Again, the Turks. If the Turks hadn't have done it back at the end with the second foul, it would have been So they're going to be offsetting penalties.
And our officiating crew will contemplate where the ball is going to be.
What I need is the Jeopardy thing on this thing over here.
Do 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 do.
And what we have happening out there is we've got extracurricular activities happening on both sides.
We do. Yeah, like I said, it's getting a little. This is a rivalry. These teams. Again, there's a lot of similarities between these two schools. Small towns. Again, South Whitby is on the island, and we're here on the mainland. But there's a lot of similarities between the size of these schools. They've been rivals for a long time, and it's homecoming. The Turks want to win. You don't want to lose your homecoming game.
Well, and the Turks come in at, I believe, at 3-3 or 3-4.
3-4.
3-4, and
they're at 4-3.
Falcons are at 4-3, and then a chance to be 4-4, and a chance for these guys, Whitby still fighting for a playoff spot.
Yeah, they're right here. We got Whitby sitting here at 1-1 coming this game in league play, and Sultan at 1-2. So I mean, they're right in the mix. Granite Falls is getting beaten pretty handily tonight by Kings. So Kings is going to come in at first. Granite Falls is in, but this South Whitby team plays Granite Falls, I think you said, next Friday. That's going to be a big game. If Whitby prevails in this game, that game against Granite Falls is for a playoff spot next week.
Well, with a win by.
Yeah, that's for a playoff spot next week.
Of course, it depends on how this game.
But that's not going to happen because we're going to win, right? You guaranteed it. You guaranteed it. Brian said that if the Turks don't win, everybody within the sound of his voice gets a free dinner.
No.
Come on. I know you got an in at McDonald's. I know you could probably get some.
I could probably get some free fries for some people.
All right.
We're still trying to figure out where the ball's supposed to be.
We've had a lot of time with the officials needing to figure things out.
I thought they were offsetting penalties.
I think we've got it finally sorted out here.
And since it's unsportsmanlike, it's after the play when the play is dead.
And the clock is back running again. There we go.
Personal foul would be when the ball was in play. He's going to be. That's going to be good for a first down, I believe.
First down.
Yeah.
Wow. Ryan, we have a final to announce. Kings 42, Granite Falls 0. 42-0. Kings with a dominant performance tonight. Dominant.
I'm not surprised. You and I got to witness.
Wow.
It looks like we got a timeout on
Wow.
the field here.
That game, going into that game, it looked like it was going to be, a good contest, but boy, it was a lopsided win for the Kings Knights. So congratulations to that squad.
This timeout here, this is a get your guys geared up. Get your guys stop with the extracurriculars.
Yeah, it's time to get serious. And this game is still within reach. It's still within reach.
You know how much you and I love American football. And just high school football is such a wonder. It's such a great game.
It is.
There's more to it than just guys getting on the other side of each other and hitting each other.
Right.
There's strategy involved. It's like coaching is all about maximizing the talents that you have, and you never know, because a lesser team with a better coach can beat a team with a bad coach with more talent.
Yeah, you really can. All right, we're back to action here. 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the third. 1st and 10 for the Turks. Hand off to Rodriguez. Cuts back over right, starts right side, cuts back to the left, and makes about a 5-yard
right now
gain.
I will take 5 or 6 yards a pop like that.
Yeah.
And you've got to give these other running backs some time to adjust and to rest.
It's really going to come down to, Brian, can the Turks put a stop together, though?
They have to.
They can't trade scores. They've got to come up with a stop. They've got to score here, and they've got to come up with a stop and then get right back on it, because, again, we're going to be in the fourth quarter here very quickly, and with this run-only attack is going to really eat up a lot of clock for the Turks. Reverse.
And they sniffed that out pretty well.
Read nicely by the Falcons. Stop for no gain on the play. No, your comment about, high school football. I mean, I was raised in a very small community, very similar to Sultan, single A football, and it was everything. Friday night was everything. I mean, the whole town just turned out. Everybody was there.
The year I coached, we were still 2A at the time. The year I coached, we had 85 kids turn out for football that year. We had a C team, and we had a JV and a varsity. And it's not like that anymore.
No, it isn't. All right, back to action. Sergeant shotgun formation. Oh, he's under pressure. Dodges away. Throws the ball. Oh, almost intercepted. Whoa. Ouch. That could have been bad.
Now you have no choice. There's no
4th
punter
and
now.
5. This is no adventures in punting.
No.
You got to go here.
You've got to go for it here.
Yeah, you got to go. I mean, even though we still got a full quarter
you still
to go,
have to get him a stop. You still have to get him. You've got to go for it here.
Yeah, you can't come away empty-handed on this drive. You've got to score some points, and I agree. Wholeheartedly support if Coach Rudd decides to go for it here. Now we might be mistaken. They're running up in punt formation. So,
maybe they've got a punt in.
All right,
maybe they've got a fake in there.
I don't know. We'll see. Oh yeah, it's fake. There you go, Brian. Right there.
He's not going to make it.
No, and he's going to be short. Was that Mr. Murphy?
That was the monster, Taden Webster, on that.
Oh, Taden Webster. Sorry, yeah.
I sniffed.
You called it. You called the fake, but unfortunately it was not successful.
If I was sitting in the booth and I was a coach for the opposing team, I would have called it too. And that's exactly what happened there.
We need to get you down the sidelines there, big guy.
Oh, no.
Your talent's being wasted up here.
Yeah, I'd have been screaming at my headset. Fake, 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 fake.
All right. Well, the Turks come up short. That is unfortunate. Now they got to get a stop or a turnover, a quick stop, something. Something to spark this team to get them back into a good field position and get on the scoreboard.
Well, they need a turn. They're going to need a turnover.
A turnover would be great right now.
Where's the deep? We don't have a corner.
We got
game.
We got 2 receivers, 1 cornerback, and a safety on that side. That was not good.
I'll tell you what. I mean, I'd be like, if I was a receiver, I'd be like, hike the ball and throw it deep. I'm going.
Throw it to me now. Throw it to the post. All right, but a timeout to make sure that they get in the proper formation here to defense.
Well, and this is an adjustment. They are playing the 2 safeties.
All right.
No, they're going to go one deep now.
Yep. Feltner comes up, and that's the play over there. Oh, nicely read by Feltner. Awesome play. Awesome defense by that young man. Came up, played corner on that, and read that, sniffed that out, and dropped him for a loss.
That was a good play.
That was a good play. He he definitely was very smart, very heady on that play.
Well, and it was a nice tackle too.
And it was, yeah. Nice, good. You can't do any better than that. That's how you teach.
Okay, so what are you going to do? They're going to throw the ball over the middle now.
Yeah. Second and
So
long. Second and 21.
So you either need to send your 6 on a blitz.
Right. Throw some pressure at him to something to disrupt him.
Okay. And that's the end of the quarter, so now they get a chance to talk about it. So,
but Morgan is the quarterback for the Falcons. Morgan has done a nice job in handling the pressure. When it has come, he's been able to scramble and kind of get out. I don't think he's been sacked yet tonight.
well, his hands and his poise have been. He's done a very good job for them, and the ball's been on the ground several times.
Yeah, he hasn't made, and if he's made mistakes, he's been able to recover from them, and he's done
When the game
done a nice job.
When the
running
game
offense
started,
tonight.
his accuracy was a little off when the game started.
Right.
But once he got into the flow of things, I mean, his scrambling ability and his accuracy has just been off the charts tonight for him.
Yeah, he's been very efficient with his throws, hasn't made mistakes, and has been able to. I mean, he's got some big play receivers too. Let's give credit where credit is due as well. Brown and Sturba have been just amazing tonight.
If I could throw the ball to receiver royalty Prince every time.
Yeah, and Sturba. I mean, they got some great tall targets out there with good hands. So he's got some good weapons to work with. That's a quarterback's best friend right there. So the Turks, they got 12 minutes to go, Brian. 12 minutes and 12 points. 12 points down, 12 minutes to go.
So that's a point a minute.
It is. That's good math right there.
Yeah.
Is that Ballard High School math or is that Bothell High School math?
I learned that in kindergarten.
Oh, there you go. And the Seattle school system.
Seattle school
system. There you go.
F.A. McDonald Elementary.
They're giving good. That's good stuff right there. There he goes, throwing it deep, throwing it up high. Oh, that's going
to get a flag out of the deal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All he had to do was turn
around
and look.
Yeah, that one was pretty easy to call. He had his back to the ball, and he ran right into the receiver, and that's an easy penalty to call, unfortunately. So, but you learn. And when you get to be, as a young player, you make mistakes.
That's why you teach him to yell ball.
Yep. Turn and look. That's all you got to do.
So it's a 10-yard penalty. I believe it's a 10 or a 15-yard penalty. I don't know if it is an automatic first down in that situation.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for them to sort that out, but obviously an easy call to make.
Third down. It should be, but yeah, second down. I believe it stays second down. Okay, I believe it's going to be 2nd and 6 now. That's too bad for the Turks.
2nd and 6, yes, for the Turks. Yeah, that was unfortunate, but that was an easy call to make, and that'll learn. You'll learn as they get more experience playing in the defensive backfield. As far as play that ball, don't play the receiver, play the ball.
It was a nicely thrown ball too.
It was.
There's a little Cheddar going.
There's Cheddar. Oh, Cheddar puts a nice shot, lowers his shoulder down, and drives the defender back a little bit. And that's going to be a first down for the Falcons. So they continue to move the ball here on this drive.
Just a real momentum shifter right there.
Well, I think you touched on it in the first quarter, the one where Cheddar tracked Feltner down right there at about the 3-yard line. The Turks were unable to score, and then the fake fourth punt attempt there where they stopped them. A couple of key plays in this game, Brian. Morgan under center. That's a handoff to Cheddar. Stutter steps, going over the right side, breaks the tackle, still on his feet. Heading over to the sideline, knocked out of bounds.
Oh, Keegan Hummel puts his head in there and knocks him out of bounds.
Nice job by Hummel there.
Yeah.
Knocking that big guy out of bounds.
Wow, how much weight difference do we have going
just
there?
Let's see.
He's 190, and Almost is 133.
Yeah, I was about to say 140 maybe.
I was like, yeah, there's like 40 pounds difference there.
Yeah, and he had a head of steam going too, you know. That even makes it more.
I love high school football.
Handoff. That's a keeper there, actually. Fake handoff to Cheddar. Quarterback keeper. And Morgan pushes his way forward for first down.
I'm surprised I haven't seen more of that from them.
Because, well, when you got a couple good running backs, the quarterback doesn't have to sneak the ball very often, Let those guys get beat up instead of the quarterback. Let Haugen and Cheddar take the hits instead of the quarterback. And clock stopped at 11:08. That runs again now. Just approaching 11 minutes. 11 minutes remaining in the fourth period. Turks trailing by 12, 26-14.
They're going to run it to the left here.
Pitch to the left. Nice call, Haugen. And dropped them. Played nicely by the Turks as they strung that play out.
If I could only tell the kids what was coming before it came, right?
I think you should maybe just put a headset in there in the quarterback in the middle linebacker's helmet.
They turn those off at a certain point, in the game.
Man.
I can't talk to them during the middle of the game.
You've been playing Madden too long.
Oh, I can just tell by the way the formation they're in and where they are in the field and down in distance what's coming. This is going to be a pass, and I was wrong.
Yeah, hand off to Cheddar up the middle. And he pushes the pile forward for a gain of about
5 or 6 on that.
Yeah, I'd say 5. Probably hard to say. More than that. That's going to be about a 7-yard gain. It's going to be third down, hurry up offense. Already the Falcons.
3rd and 2 coming up.
3rd and 2. Hand off to Cheddar again. Breaks over the right side, still on his feet. Stumbling, bumbling, fumbling forward and gets a first down for the Falcons. So the Falcons have done that where they've run that really hurry up offense where they get right back on the line.
They're doing it again.
Here they go. Trying to catch the Turks
have already used
rotation.
one of their timeouts.
Handoff. I believe that's Cheddar again. Could be Haugen. Hard to tell.
That was Cheddar.
It was Cheddar, okay. Pushing the pile, getting close to the goal line.
They've decided, okay, what are they going to do? They're going to throw here. It's second and 5 coming up. Second and goal.
Second and goal from the 5.
They're probably going to see a rollout to the right on this, and probably Prince in the corner.
It could be, but the Falcons have done a nice job in keeping the Turks just on their heels. I mean, when you think pass, they run. When you think run, they pass.
Should just be a slant here. There he is.
And he throws the corner of the end zone. Oh, that's intercepted.
Did he intercept it? Was he out of bounds?
Or is it a touchback? Yeah, I think it's a touchback, Brian. I think it's an interception in the end zone.
Yep, Yvonne Rodriguez with the interception, and that's a huge point in this game.
That's a huge play. That's the turnover that you needed because, boy, they were just knocking on the door. And if they had scored there, I think
he was open, and Morgan. That's the first non-accurate throw that he's thrown.
Yeah,
it was going to get there. It was going to get to him. It just floated too long.
Yeah,
and Yvonne Rodriguez, who's come to play today, I'll tell you, he has. He's had a nice game for the Turks. He really has, and I would say probably the leader in the clubhouse right now, wouldn't you think? For TurkBread.tv player of the game. Yeah. Because you're going to get this.
There's Feltner.
You're going to get this from Derek. Just
Feltner, former recipient of TurkBread.tv player of the game. The first game against Evergreen this season had a whale of a game.
5 touchdowns on that game.
Somebody scored 5 touchdowns. Better than your 4. You had 4, which is impressive. I mean, 4 touchdowns in one game is impressive.
4 touchdowns in Madden don't count.
Oh, come on, Al. I mean, Brian. Yeah, I mean, I was crushed when he broke your record of 4 touchdowns in one game when he scored 5.
I wasn't, because the Turks needed every single one of them.
They did.
That was a barn burner.
They did. That's hard to. That's kind of tough to say when they needed 50 points to win. Sargent throwing the ball. First time it's deep pass. Nice catch.
He got it.
Beautiful catch. There we go. I mean, we've seen
Number 31 for the Turks on that. Matthew Agnew.
Nice
that
catch.
was a beautifully thrown ball.
It really was. It dropped right in where it had to be. And
and he had to extend out just a little bit, but you know what? The Turks needed to do that. They
got
needed
it
to
over
open the top of the defense a little bit.
Yep, got it over the outstretched arms of the defender, and nice catch there by number 31, Matthew Agnew for the Turks. Handoff, Feltner, looks like.
Yep, and that's going to be close to the first down. Might be just a little about.
So, Brian, the Turks are moving the ball pretty, like I said, trying to watch that clock. They've got to get in the end zone and then place the defense.
Don't get cute. I'm surprised they threw the ball deep there.
Well, the Turks really haven't thrown the ball hardly at all. They have relied almost exclusively on the run tonight.
If they continue to run it well, we've got a flag on the play.
The problem is as we talked about before, the clock is not in our favor.
We've got a flag on the play here.
We have a flag on the play. Holding against the Turks. I could even hear the umpire say that one.
Yeah, so now it's going to be 1st and 20. So that negates the.
But I think Coach Rudd probably, because with
1st and 16,
only 8 minutes remaining, then needing 2 scores, they've got to hurry things up. They don't have time to rely on, running the ball, eating up too much time. And they've got to open it up a little bit and give Sargent an opportunity. Now he's in a shotgun formation again. Handoff. Oh, that's sniffed out quickly and dropped for a loss, it looks like. Yeah, it's a loss of about a half a yard there. That's going to be 2nd and 16 now for the Turks. So, ooh boy.
Well, you're going to
hang on to your hats.
Well, we're definitely in 4-down territory.
No adventures in punting.
No. Your punter.
We're well past adventures in punting.
Your punter can go in and take a shower right now.
No, you aren't going to get a chance to punt.
He's done for the game.
All right. 2nd and 17 now. Sargent back to pass. Throws it deep. Oh, that's overthrown.
He's not going to get
that was well overthrown. Attended was for number 23, Keegan Arnold. Yeah, but well overthrown. It's going to bring up 3rd and 17 now, Brian.
You know what's been fun about this game tonight, though, for the Turks is we've seen a lot of different guys step up and do things in this game. Mm-hmm. Ivan Rodriguez is a good football player.
Yes.
And it's been nice to see him have the success tonight that he's had.
He runs very hard, and he is elusive, too. Even, he's not a real big back, but he runs very hard, and he is elusive and tough to bring down. 3rd and 17 from the 49. Handoff. There he is again. Mr. Rodriguez breaks the tackle, still on his feet.
That's a good play.
That's a good play. Back to the original line of scrimmage, though, is all.
Now, you have no choice here. You have to pass here.
4th and 10.
And they're going to send the kitchen sink.
Everything plus the kitchen sink.
They are going to be blitzing on this play.
It's going to be a jailbreak, basically, is what you're saying.
If I have a halfback pass in the repertoire, I'm throwing it right now.
Yeah. All right.
It's going to go to Murphy in the middle.
Handoff. Sargent rolls to his side. Off middle. There he goes.
He got it. Oh, he dropped it.
Did he drop it?
He dropped it right at the end.
Oh.
Yeah.
Incomplete. Hayden Murphy had it, but I just did not maintain possession, and then the ball jarred loose.
Well, that was the play that they wanted.
Yep.
And he's been so sure-handed all year. That's where I would have gone with the ball.
Right.
And, you can't get them all.
Like I said, he got it. It was good coverage, and he just could not hold on to it and maintain possession, and the ball jarred loose. Incomplete. So that's unfortunately going to turn the ball over on downs back to the Falcons with 6 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the 4th as the Turks trail 26-14. Brian, this has been a long game. It's
I don't even
9:30
wanna-
already.
yeah.
It's been a long game.
It's 8:30 already.
It's 9:30.
Oh, is it
It's
9:30?
9:30. Yeah, I mean,
Well, there
there's
he goes.
Cheddar, all still on his feet.
Who tracked him down
Oh,
finally?
boy. No, the Granite Falls Kings game has been over for like 15 minutes.
And it was 42-0.
42-0.
So they they got to run the
Well,
clock.
they got to run the clock there for a little while, so that helps.
Yeah,
that
helps.
does help.
I know some of the local businesses were talking to me earlier and wanted to know when if they should close early tonight because the game might be over, later. And I'm like, no, I think it's going to be a good game tonight.
I thought maybe you were hitting them up for free food or something like that. Oh, okay. That's got to be tough with the concession stand being closed. You don't get your free meal.
Yeah.
That's tough.
My free hot dog.
That's tough right there. Sturba.
Nice job.
Nice.
He doesn't come. That's not Sturba though.
Wasn't it?
That was Lucas. Lucas number
Taxoni?
15. He is a 6 foot
number 15. I'm sorry.
200-pound wide receiver. He is a junior.
Yeah, they got some big kids. I mean, they really do. Some tall kids and athletic, and they've got some size too.
Well, the one thing that you can always count on for a South Woodby team is these kids are always united with each other. They are always a unit, and you can tell that they always pull for each other.
Yep.
There he goes.
So, Brian, just happened, as you said, I'm just looking at that roster and seeing who South Woodby is going to have back next year. They're going to have Prince Brown is going to be back next year. He's a junior. They're going to have Joshua Sturba back next year. He's a junior. And they are going to have Mr. Cheddar back next year. He is a junior. They'll all three be seniors next year. So they're going to have a very potent offense next year.
Yep.
Now, they will have a new quarterback. Mr. Morgan is a senior, so he will not be with them. But they're getting three of their best players back.
Cody Redford, and I got to see him at the JV game.
He'll probably be the heir apparent.
He throws a good ball. He throws a good ball. And
so he'll come in. He's a freshman, so he'll be in as a sophomore next year. But, again, three of their best players, Sturba, Cheddar, and Brown, will be seniors all next year. So South Woodby's got some good things to look forward to.
And another one for you to look for is number 21, Isaiah McClure. We call him. He goes by the name Stormy McClure. And he was fantastic as a running back for the Falcons when they came up here for JV. But Haugen's up the middle. He's going to be real close to the touchdown there, but he's going to be a little bit.
And he'll probably take Haugen's spot because Haugen is the only senior that they're really losing of their key players. So he'll be the running back.
Stormy McClure
he'll take Haugen's spot next year.
He was a lot of fun to watch too. And then I also got to see Cole Kelly Stein, number 6. He was a receiver for South Woodby too, and he was a lot of fun, and he caught some good balls too from them. So it was a lot of fun to have him here.
First goal from the 6 for the Falcons. 4 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter.
And I did that game without a roster.
You're amazing. You're my
I
hero.
I remember the numbers of the kids. Now I know their names.
Cheddar drops his shoulder, but stopped short of the goal line.
That was first and goal at the 6 on that.
It was first and goal at the 6. You're amazing, Brian. Second and 7, loss of 1 there. Clock runs, 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the fourth. Turks trying to hold the Falcons out of the end zone here, but time is running out.
Well, Marshall Buckman with a donation to TurkPride.tv, thank you.
Oh.
And Janice Penner, thank you for your kind comments. We appreciate that. In the chat room, my phone's dead. So.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Donations are sincerely appreciated. We hope that you have enjoyed your time with us here tonight. What I say sometimes is we hope you enjoy the game as much as we enjoy bringing it to you, and I mean that sincerely because Brian and I have a great time together. They give us a venue, an opportunity to come and do what we love to do anyway, and it's.
Well, we like each other, and that's kind of, and we're neighbors.
And we're neighbors. We are.
I could literally throw a rock through your bathroom window if I wanted to.
Don't throw a rock through my bathroom window.
I won't.
Okay, jeez.
I won't.
We don't
But
vandalize my property.
Actually, if I could throw it that far and that hard, that would. But we're just kitty corners from each other.
We are.
And we've been in the same neighborhood for, oh my goodness, 15 years now.
Yeah. Yep. So it's time. Clock stops. 3 minutes and 4 seconds remaining here, and Turks trying to make a stand here. But as we look forward, so the Turks have one more game to go. And I think that's going to be against the Port Townsend / Chimacum East Jefferson.
Yes.
What do they call themselves? I don't even know what they're calling that team.
They're calling themselves East Jefferson.
East Jefferson.
East Jefferson. A co-op between Port Townsend and Chimacum is going to be coming up next week, right? Is that next week?
Yes, that's next week. That'll be another last game of the season, home here. And we'll be back on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Handoff up the middle. That's Cheddar, and he is in for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown, Cheddar. Maybe you didn't notice. I mean, back in my days, I played in the Nisqually League, and both Port Townsend and Chimacum were teams in our league.
Why do I want to go home and have a grilled cheese sandwich?
Because we were talking about cheddar all night.
Oh.
It's good stuff. That's good stuff. Cheddar cheese sandwich sounds good. Melted cheddar cheese.
Well, yeah, they definitely know where their grilled cheese sandwich is buttered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just some really nice, some real standout plays from the offense for the Falcons tonight. Like I said, Morgan's done a great job in running his team. Handoff over the right side. That's Haugen. He's on his feet and in for the score, and that's going to make it 34-14. And I think that's going to about do it for us, Brian.
Well, yeah, I'm not singing yet.
Not singing yet. 3 minutes remaining, but the Turks looking now at a 20-point deficit,
well,
3-score deficit.
You know, that first quarter, and I point back again to Cheddar
tracking down
Feltner from behind.
Yeah.
And
not scoring. And then the Turks don't score from the three.
Yeah.
Basically, they stop them. Yeah, that was a momentum shift. Definitely was. And then here in the second half, just not too long ago, that attempted fourth fake punt on fourth down. Unsuccessful.
And
just breakdowns in the defense.
The whole, we don't have enough people on the field to punt and all that.
Yeah.
That's all staged on that.
Right.
It's like, oh, there's not enough guys on the field. That's to keep the attention away from what's going on, the other team. They sniffed it right out.
Right.
And
all right. So, yes, we'll be looking forward to playing it. Now, what do they call it? Now, okay, this is a question for you. You probably don't know the answer to this. So it's two teams combined together. What is the mascot then? If you have two different schools with two different mascots, what do you call yourselves? What do we call them?
The Mongrels.
The East Jefferson football team? Kind of like there's no longer the Washington Redskins. It's the Washington football team, right?
Maybe
football team.
Maybe
they're the East Jefferson football team.
Maybe they just wear whatever team is hosting where they wear their uniforms when they're there.
I guess. I don't know. Are they going to be wearing Port Townsend uniforms? Are they wearing Chimacum uniforms?
I think they're going to be coming in Chimacum uniforms. That's what I've been hearing.
Which the Chimacum, as I remember, was red, white, and blue, I believe, were their colors.
Feltner's going to run this back.
Feltner still on his feet. And pushed out. Oh, wow. Kind of thrown hard out of bounds. It could have been called that.
It could have been called, but it wasn't. So none other than number 65, Joseph Matson, a 5'9", 250-pound senior on the tackle on that.
You know, Brian, what I think that East Jefferson should do when they come is the Chimacum players should wear their uniforms and the Port Townsend players should wear their uniforms at the same time.
No.
So we could have white and red jerseys and blue jerseys.
The next pause and play, I can tell you about the middle school game I did the other day where they were both wearing their dark uniforms and they both looked blue.
Oh, boy. That was fun to
And they both had white helmets on.
Oh, boy.
That was a lot of fun to figure out.
I bet. All right, 1st and 10 for the Turks from the 42.
Rodriguez
still on his feet, running hard.
Yeah. He's my clubhouse leader today.
I'd say we could just probably make that call right now.
Let's just do it.
Pride.tv player of the game, Mr. Ivan Rodriguez, number 21 for the Turks, had a whale of a game tonight, and we want to congratulate that young man here on Homecoming 2021. Handoff fake. Sargent rolls to his right, throws a nice ball on a roll.
Keegan Arnold with the reception on that.
Arnold picks up a nice gain for the Turks, moves the sticks.
So the future looks bright for both of these teams right now for next year.
So the future's so bright I got to wear shades? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Both of these are young, relatively young squads. Turks extremely young, but Whidbey's got some of their really great players coming back next year, so they got to be excited about next season for the Falcons.
He lost
it.
I think he landed on it.
Nope, he got it back. He got it back. But that's just, when you get to this point, the defense knows what you're going to do.
Yeah.
So they can just disregard the run and just bring everybody.
At this point in the game, you can get away with a couple of Derek Feltner rights and Derek Feltner lefts. But that's too bad on that because they were, that was such a nice offensive play. And Taylor Sargent has been he is a 6'3", 180-pound senior, and he is a good quarterback.
He throws a nice ball. He really does, and I'm surprised that
he hasn't had a lot of time to do it.
No, and they haven't thrown a lot of passes tonight either. They've relied almost exclusively on the run. I would say they've probably been 85%, 15% as far as run-pass ratio tonight.
Yeah. So I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm not going to say that they're not going to have a JV game on Monday, but I don't know if the other of these teams are going to be able to
have enough bodies to put a team out there. There's Rodriguez. There he goes, makes a nice cut.
And it's coming back.
Yeah, that's blocking the back right there.
Yeah,
that's the reason you've had that nice open field.
Yeah.
All right. 142 remaining. 142. Now, Brian, we got to get you out of here within 15 minutes because don't we have to pay you overtime if it goes past 10 o'clock?
0 times 0 is still 0, baby.
Boy, I don't know. That's inquiring minds want to know.
What happens? What happens when an irresistible object meets an immovable
force?
An irresistible force meets an immovable object.
I don't know. Is that what all you can eat at the Sizzler or something like that? Is that what that is? Or I don't know. All you can eat at the King's Table or the Royal Fork or whatever it's called.
We're going the wrong way.
That could be. Yeah.
That's a defensive pass interference.
It is.
It's a defensive penalty. Oh, it's a defensive holding penalty is what that was. That was against Morgan. I did not see that. It happened where it normally would have been a hold or a block against the Turks.
Yep. Yes, the Turks get a break there. Third now. It is showing third down. But the scoreboard's showing second.
It should be second.
Sargent rolling to his right, stops, throws across his body. Nice pickup.
Well, hopefully it wasn't going to matter, but so.
It's caught by Murphy. Nice play by Murphy.
It said they're saying fourth down. I don't know why on that penalty.
It is now fourth down.
I don't know why on that penalty that they didn't keep the down. So that's just not fair.
And a miscommunication it looks like.
They should have another down.
Ripley just wasn't looking for that. Sargent threw it quickly, and Ripley just didn't turn in time, and the ball skipped right behind him.
Well, that's too bad because I think the Turks should still have the ball here. But I don't think they're going to score 4 touchdowns in the last minute and 12 seconds.
No, I think it was a long shot regardless. But it definitely could have made it a little closer as it sits right now at a 3-score differential. Turks trailing 14-34, minute 12 remaining in the fourth. We do want to take this opportunity again to thank all of you that have been with us this evening here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. We hope you've enjoyed the game just as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Obviously, we would have loved to have seen the Turks on the other side of the score, but again, fought really hard. But I think they're going to come up just a bit short tonight. Hand off to Cheddar. And clock continues to run now at 1 minute. 1 minute remaining in the fourth period.
And they're just going to let the clock run down.
Yep. Run and snap one more play.
Yeah,
and I think
thanks
we'll
to
be
all of our sponsors here at TurkPride.tv. Moss Defender.
Moss Defender, Pumpkin Farm.
Don't forget.
That's
yeah.
right. Get your
PJ's Pumpkin Patch.
Pumpkin Patch. Tomorrow should be a huge Pumpkin Farm Day. So go down to PJ's.
Mountain View Diner.
Mountain View Diner.
Home of the 8-egg stuff your belly omelet. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning, that might be on the ticket right there.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning.
Whenever my wife goes out of town, you know where I am.
We got to do that. When our wives are out of town, you and I got to go out and have breakfast together, man.
We do. So that's going to be it. They're not going to run
That's
any more
it.
plays.
And that's clock's going to tick off.
So,
and the final score is going to be 14.
Blah. Well, congratulations to the South Whitby Falcons on their victory. I think that is giving. They've got a big game next week against Granite, but that
they do.
Makes them 5-3 on the year, and they have a good chance for a winning season.
And in that game against Granite, going into tonight with Granite having a 5-1 record, boy, they were really kind of taken to task by Kings tonight. So that game next week looks much more winnable than it maybe did going into tonight. Granite Falls definitely showed that they've got some weaknesses, and Whitby, I was very impressed with their offense. Very balanced, run pass.
It's really hard to judge your team when they played that team from Kings this year. They're really good this year.
They are. They're good. They're going to definitely make some hay in state this year, no doubt. But we're going to be back next week. They've retained us for one more week. One more week. They've extended your lucrative contract for one more week.
And don't forget, we're going to be back for basketball this year.
I know. We're back for basketball. And we apologize in advance to all of our fans that have to listen to us. Brian and I will be back together. You going to be able to do basketball?
I'm going to do
your schedule.
My schedule, I'm going to do boys basketball this year. And,
very good.
I do the girls, but there's other people that want to do it, so they're going to do it.
I know. They just don't want it. They don't want you hogging all the airtime.
I do every single one of them if I could. So,
all right. Well, for myself, Dan Ballard, and my co-host Brian Atkinson, we say to you, good night.
#Turks First. Good night.
Good night.